Mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch and crap. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. Neo Gas, Xbox Red. Crap's got Tim Dog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and crap are just in time. Mooch and crap. Mooch and crap. Any game into a mooch and crap. YouTube game is their core. They come in, it's reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and crap.
It's time to dust off your and get ready. It's MNC Morning. They're back in the better than ever.
Welcome, everybody, to MNC Mornings, and everybody, please take your seat. What a rouse of applause. That was great. That was really, really something. Great intro, everybody. Welcome. It's good to be back on MNC Mornings, crap. You know, this is a great show to be able to unwind. Everybody's had a week full of podcasts. They actually get to listen to, themselves, the callers, and we got a lot of stories to go over. So how you doing this morning?
Hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty damn good. It's Sunday morning, so it can't be all bad, and we are officially that much closer to football. So I am.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, I am exactly super excited for it. Even though it's preseason, still, you know, you get that little bit of smile on your face from seeing that. As you know, I'm a big football fan, so
same here.
Yeah, just seeing that, even though like preseason is pretty much meaningless, it's very exciting. You know, I've been finishing off some backlog games as well. I finished up Mass Effect Andromeda yesterday. Well, I finished the main story. The funny thing is, right, I had given up on that game a while ago because I was like, it just seemed like I kept getting sidetracked with other missions. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to follow the main mission storyline and see how close I am to finishing it. And then it'll let you go back and do the other stuff after you beat the main mission. So I was literally one mission away from beating the game for months and didn't even know it. So I beat that. And now I'm like just finishing up some of the side stuff to get some quick chivos. And then after that, man, I'm done with that game. But actually, surprisingly, really good. Nice ending to it. I thought they did a good job with it. And I was tweeted out yesterday. I was like, I can't wait to see the sequel because they teased one at the end. But, you know, there ain't going to be a sequel. So,
you know, it's funny. And I mean, I want to get into asking J-Dubs how he was. But real quick on Mass Effect, I just, for some reason, it's funny. Even some people I know, they're like, do you ever get into that? And I'm like, you know, I played 2. Pretty much in its entirety. I own 3, never touched it. It's still just sitting there in the case. And one was a snooze fest. I only got about 4 hours into it before I wanted to actually wrap the controller wire around my neck. It was just awful. You know, I don't know. For some reason, crap, and I can't speak for Andromeda. This is not Andromeda. I'm only speaking about the trilogy. The production value, the money, the quality, the story writing is just amazing. It's amazing. Problem is it's too much. And I think that's why you see that there's people who are diehard Mass Effect fans, and then there's other people that are like, I don't really mess with Mass Effect. You know what I mean? It's like, it's either love. Yeah. There's no hate. There's no hate. It's love, or I just didn't do that. I didn't play it. So
yeah, well, you know what? For me, I like Mass Effect was amazing. I loved the first one. I thought it was Mass Effect 1 was much more of a RPG, in my opinion.
Really?
Which is, with the crafting and all that stuff like that. That's probably one of my favorites. The second one, really, really good as well. I love that one. I played that back-to-back because I fucked up because you're supposed to save certain, like, I wanted to save all the crew members. I didn't do it on my first run-through, so I went back and played through it right back-to-back. Same thing I did with the first Dragon Age, right? The first Dragon Age, I played that, loved it, got to the end. I wasn't leveled up enough to beat the final boss, so I started the game all the way over, made sure I leveled up all the way enough. Like, back then I had time and, you know, could actually do that. But this is might be the first RPG that I've beaten this generation because they're so damn time-consuming, you know? And there's still so much shit to do in that game that it's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I totally. Jay, how you doing today? And what's your take on Mass Effect? Are you a Mass Effect player or a Mass Effect I wish I played it?
Actually, I kind of wish I played it. I did play the the beta for was it 4, and I enjoyed what I saw there because I had not played any of the previous games, and I found it very reminiscent of Gears of War with the duck and cover system, and I liked the shooting mechanic, and I liked the whole atmosphere of the sci-fi story. But it was just one of those games that I just, I didn't have the time to commit to it.
Yeah.
So I think down the road, and I downloaded all of the previous versions off of EA Access as well, and started playing those. And I think a couple of people actually mentioned how number 1 was kind of a dumpster fire, and I kind of found the same thing, that I couldn't really get into it. But I think what I might do is I might skip over 1 and start playing 2 because I heard 2 was much better. And then,
well, two is like, this is the problem that I have. Like, I know people say that, but 1 had a really good story. 2 is just like the same problem that I had with Dragon Age 2. The whole game is you doing loyalty missions for your crew, right?
Right.
And anybody that's not loyal dies on the big suicide mission at the end.
Right.
So that's basically all it is like one big loyalty mission. So I don't know. And 3 was epic. And then people really hated the ending or whatever. But for me personally, I didn't mind it. Like, the whole, like, in my head, I was like, you're indoctrinated either way, so the ending didn't really fucking matter.
I think my problem with it as well is all of the dialogue. Like, I don't mind a little bit of dialogue in a game, but I don't want to have to read a novel just to understand what's going on in a story.
That's my problem. Thank you, Jay. I'm glad somebody...
It talks, though. I mean, like, you don't really got to read it. It just talks.
Well, you say that crap, but in 2, I can only speak to 2. The logs... The
logs. You know how many logs I read, dude? 0. I read 0 logs, man.
Same thing with Horizon, though, crap. The conversations at the Citadel, you could spend a week and a half in there just talking to everybody.
I don't do that, though, man. I just, I honestly, I don't do that. I do, like, anybody that knows me knows I do, like, I try to stick to the main quest. That's probably what screwed me up with Witcher 3.
That's the problem, though, crap. That's like going to McDonald's and not getting the fries. I get a burger anywhere, bro. Like, here's the thing. The whole thing with BioWare, right, is the writing. It's the story. If you're cutting all that out, I got news for you. Nobody ever was like, mooch, mooch, mooch. Mass Effect 2, that shooting mechanic. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody cares about that. So, like...
the dog loves the shooting mechanic. Can you hear him?
Yes, I do. He likes... Wait till you hear him when he hears Starscream. But it's to be honest with you, I just never. Oh, the dog must be going wild.
I have no idea what the hell his problem is this morning.
Is it Butters?
Yeah, he sounds angry. He's usually well behaved on Sunday mornings. Today he's like causing trouble. He's like,
those bad weather's on the horizon.
He is. It is. Yeah. It is a little bit. You know what? I'm very frustrated so far with the show this morning. Because the intro song, as you guys know, and then my dog barking, like, that shit never happens.
You gotta understand something. Crap is he's very hard on himself. It's not that bad of a day so far. Crap, you're doing fine, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I know we've got a lot of voicemails and stuff like that. So
we do.
I mean, like J-Dubs, who do we got on deck? We got bring us somebody that's gonna cheer us up.
Let's cheer this podcast up. Can't wait to hear the first one.
Yeah. So we've got a new caller. His name is Raphael, and I don't know if he's a Ninja Turtle or not, but if he is, that'd be freaking awesome.
That would be awesome. If he talks with the New York accents, he's a Ninja Turtle.
Hello, Mooch Crab, JD. This is Raphael on Xbox Live, Drops of Crimson. I'm a fan. I have tried to leave you guys a couple of messages. I don't know if this one will even get through completely. Skype is being a bitch this morning, but it's a pleasure, it's a joy to listen to your podcast anytime I can. I found you by accident not long ago, and since then I've stopped listening to those frauds from IGN altogether, and pretty much all of the gaming media, which I knew was biased. I just didn't know there was something out there that was actually a voice for people that are not that way. My question to you guys, and I'll repeat it a couple of times because I know that oftentimes you guys kind of drift off during the question. What do you think of those fanboys, that army of fanboys that rises up to defend developers when they get criticized on their social media, on their forums for something wrong they have done? Examples, the way Eidos broke New Game Plus in Deus Ex Mankind Divided, the way some on-disc DLCs ripped from games and just sold to you later for an extra cost. while there is no budgetary reason why that should be done. Each time something like that happens, you go on their forums, you complain, you tell them what's going on, what they're doing wrong, and this army of fanboys does nothing but pat the developers on the back and fight you back tooth to nail, telling you, no, what you're doing is wrong, you should just, kiss their feet and be happy that you actually have a game to play. They didn't owe you anything, without holding them to any kind of standard. And this happens a lot nowadays, but it needs to be addressed, because they allow the developers to sit on the laurels, to think that the fandom at large, approves of what they're doing, and it basically sends them the message that they can do it again and they will get away with it. So, what do you think about that?
I'll tell you something. I'm glad he brought that up. Crap, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Well, I think he's talking about like the apologists, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
whenever you complain about something, you get attacked by people, right? Like I sit there and it was like, there was something on Twitter. It was like, post your unpopular opinion. And I said The Last of Us wasn't a good game. It had really bad gameplay mechanics and the story was kind of boring. And people jump on you. It's like anytime you bring up something that, that isn't the popular opinion, or something that has to do with a game in general. Like all games have those type of apologists, right? Like, look, even Xbox fans, this isn't just exclusive to PlayStation fans or Nintendo fans. If I sit there and go, I'm a little bit disappointed with that Halo 5 story, I'd have people jumping on me too. Maybe not as many or as harshly, but you're still going to get that. So, like the apologists and stuff that just act like we should be thankful that we get a game, you know what I mean? Just kind of like what Ryan McCaffrey was talking about with No Man's Sky, where he's like, try getting less entitled, gamers, and then I shut him up and he deletes his tweets. You know what I mean? So
same thing happened with Cliffy B the past week, right? The minute somebody says anything to him, it's like, wait a minute, and everybody's rebuttal is, come on, that's the way he is. That's not an answer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's
so
not.
Don't. Yeah, I don't understand all these people. Like, why these people get their ass kissed all day and all night long. All of them, right? The executives from Sony and Microsoft kiss the developers' asses. A lot of the people on Twitter kiss their asses.
Developers.
Probably the best one yet, Jay.
Yes.
Awesome.
I love that. That's my favorite one.
It really is.
Love it so
The apologists, though, I mean, listen, why is it everybody just starts attacking people? You make one criticism of something that they're doing wrong, and all of a sudden, like I said, it's the people with the little blue check marks. Everybody rushes to their defense. Don't defend them. They're fine. They're all fine. The developers are fine. The gaming media, those people, they're all fine. They have their own wall of defense. You don't have to be a random person on Twitter and just be like, well, I want to make sure Cliffy still likes me. Who cares? Like, that's the thing. We're here. I'm not here for all of that. I'm here, actually, all the people in the chat right now that are, I come to MNC Mornings because you guys speak the truth. And that caller just called in. I listen to you guys because of the biased media, right? I mean, this is why we do it. There's people that, I don't care. People can say, Mooch, you're full of it. That's fine. But what I'm saying to you is that we've opened a lot of people's eyes that weren't there. They were just clicking on IGN, Kotaku, and Polygon because that's all they knew they could click on. Nobody ever was talking or going against the grain, God forbid.
Yeah.
So when these people do something wrong, don't defend the people with the blue check mark on Twitter. They've got their own defense. They've got publication. They got PR people. Those people defend them. If you have a problem, you can say something that you thought that they did wrong. And whenever we say that, that's when people get. There's no reason to get upset with us. I don't get that. I'll never understand. I thought that's the whole reason that people do podcasts, to be able to get another point of view on a particular subject.
Yeah, I mean, that is honestly the whole reason. And hey, look, I apologize to anybody that's having trouble with the stream right now. You guys just might have to refresh or whatever. It looks like YouTube is having some issues.
Oh, it says the stream is dead.
Well,
That, my friend, is a you problem.
Yeah. Well, hey, imagine that. YouTube messing up. If you refresh, it's still there. But yeah, you guys are just gonna have to refresh. Hopefully, it straightens itself out a little bit, and then at the end of the show, it'll all be fine when it actually uploads and stuff like that. So the show must go on, folks.
The show must continue.
It must continue. It must go on. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the first time call, Raphael. Though really,
awesome.
really good call. That was pretty damn good. I must admit, good stuff. Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
So we've got another first-time caller. His name, I'm gonna murder here. It's Chevion.
Chevion. Nice.
Mooch, crap, what's up? First time caller. Been watching the videos for about 3 months here. just had a quick question for Mooch. I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you, Mooch. We're calling you lazy the other day in the chat. But I have this thing with Destiny. I bought Destiny 1, the $100 version, and I'd say about that Christmas, whenever the Taken King came out, there was the Taken King at Walmart on Black Friday for $35. Then the following Christmas, they had the next version of that for $35. And then finally, this past Christmas, they had the complete edition for $35. So I guess my question is, should someone go out and pay full price for the Destiny DLC up front, or should they just be patient and wait? I guess in my case, I spent roughly close to $200 on Destiny, and if I would have waited, I probably would have spent half of that. So again, love the show. Keep it up, guys. And that's it. Out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. And the gentleman was really funny, actually. The point he's trying to say, Mooch, was like, when I was on Xbox Nation, I think he was listening crap, and he's like, because here's the thing, I try to let everyone kind of talk and not just run over the show. So I wasn't talking for like a segment, and he's like, come on, Mooch, what are you getting lazy? Like, talk. And I'm like, dude, everyone's got to participate. But that was awesome. I'm glad you actually called it out.
Hey, the stream's sucking right now. Thanks, Moochie Crap. Hey,
Yeah.
of course. I mean,
Well, I don't know. Listen, the stream is live. It's showing everything is up and running. I just refreshed my screen, and everything is working. So I don't know. Mine is working. My stream is working. It doesn't say coming, but I'm sure other folks are having a problem. If you're having a problem, catch it later, or just refresh your browser.
Yeah, I'm just getting the spinning and refresh over and over again on mine.
Oh, it's interesting. I wonder what the deal is then, crap.
I have no idea.
We're live.
Yeah, we are live. So it is weird. It like for me, it's just spinning and spinning. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
we can keep trying to plug on, but
I say we keep going. I'm pretty sure that this is recording. I just think that it's maybe just something that YouTube's having a problem with the live feed.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because you know the way YouTube is, crap, right? When there's a problem, it kills the broadcast completely if there's an issue.
Yeah, it does. So I mean, it is still recording. It's just right now they're having a problem on their end. So
yeah, we'll keep going. But let's answer the gentleman's question. The gentleman's question was basically something along the lines of, should he buy the $100 version of Destiny now or wait and see? My whole thing is this: I understand when you say I don't want to give money to the company before they're deservingly ready to get that kind of money. But the thing about it, crap, is that if you're a Destiny player, for the most part, you are going to play anyways. So, and now they're threatening that the DLC may be $20 more. So it's actually, you're getting it at a discount if you buy it earlier. And unless you're a new Destiny player and you've never played it before and you're like, I'm not sure if it's for me. If you've never played Destiny before, maybe buy the $60 version. But if not,
that's what I did. I pre-ordered the $60 version. I'm
Right.
gonna see what happens with that. I definitely think that maybe it's a game that I end up liking. I like the beta,
right?
But will I actually like the finished product? That's a hard thing to say. Like I don't really know if that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be into long term, because that's something you got to play a lot with your friends and things like that. So hopefully it's one of those things that I get to find out pretty soon. Man, it's depressing seeing YouTube mess up like that.
Yeah, that's really bad. I don't know. I mean, I do think it's still recording, though, crap. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's live. It's recording.
Yeah.
So eventually when it does, we'll just carry on with the show, and then it'll hopefully upload, and everybody will be able to listen back and say, hey, it was a pretty damn good show.
Yeah, right.
Despite everything going against them. God damn it.
I know, right?
Okay, so who do we got on deck there, J-Dubs?
So we've got this guy's called in live a few times. His name's Jesse. You guys don't know who I'm talking about, probably. I think you guys have had conversations with him before, but this time he
says we're back on the air, by the way. Sorry, Jay, to interrupt, but we are back.
That's okay. No, so Jesse finally left a voicemail this time.
Hey, Mooch, hey, crap. This is Jesse. You were talking about the computer build. I sent both of you guys a video last week of a guy that built the computer that was similar to the Xbox, and he tried to keep it as similar to the Xbox One X. And he did. At the end, it costed what, $1,500. And at the end of the video, he said for what they're charging for the Xbox One X, it was a good buy. I was wondering if you got a chance to watch the video. Thank you.
I remember I pointed that out to you. He's called twice now. I didn't watch that video yet, Jesse, and that's my apologies to that. I just honestly got to be honest with you. Here's my let me give you an answer though, so that we're not just like no and we go to the next caller. I appreciate your voicemail. A lot of the times when I get stuff, PC related, and this is me, this is my channel, this is how I operate, so I'm only speaking for Mooch. But I can't speak for Crap or anybody else. But my thing is this: when someone sends me stuff that's PC related, I'm not a PC gamer. I don't see myself going that way anytime in the near future. So when I see those things, it's not that I don't want to click on them and pay attention to what fans are saying, but that's not what I do. That's not what I talk about. So when someone's like, "Hey, I built an Xbox One X for $650," I'm like, "Congratulations!" That's like you telling. You might as well send me a video that you got a great pair of Nikes for $35. Like I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like so. I mean, myself personally, it's just not in what I do or care about. I'm all about console gaming. I grew up in console gaming. That's what this channel's about. This is what we talk about. I've always said I respect the people that like PC, but you're in the PC folks, and I blame Microsoft for this. Microsoft has been the ones that have been trying to take PC and console and smush them together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Here you go.
You know what I mean? And for some reason, it's more like it's like more like peanut butter and olive oil. It just doesn't taste right. I understand that it's all in the same maybe world, but it's not in the same ecosystem. We come home, I turn on my PlayStation 4, my Xbox One, I enjoy kicking up my feet, playing the game. I don't worry about my motherboard. I don't worry if I have enough fans. I don't care if I'm running the right drivers. Well,
did you see K Mega? He was having issues. He was trying to play Lawbreakers on PC, and it was like, can't find the file and all this kind of shit. I'm like, I'm done, bro. Like, I'm done. Like that's not for me. MNC Mornings, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, Mooch and Crop. This is MM2K, proud Patreon supporter. Just
Awesome.
with a super quick question or thought, wanted to get you guys' thoughts. Man, it's a shitty week for Ryan McCaffrey and Cliff Belinsky. And I think it's important for Xbox fans to focus on the bullshit that they're spewing and us jumping on that and taking care of that to keep the uninformed gamer informed. So when they see that shit on Twitter, we can backhand it and shed light on it. Opposed to the BS that we see from Gaming Bolt last night, that article they did where they said, oh, Nintendo will have more exclusives in 9 months than Xbox will in 2 years. That bullshit, which was riddled with garbage. Wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that. Should we focus more in the community on bullcrap from Cliff and Ryan and smack that away, or should we continue to feed into this clickbait from sites like Gaming Bolt, where they clearly are just, we know that they're just being preposterous just to get attention? Wanted to get you guys' thoughts. Thank you, and you guys have a wonderful gaming day.
What do you think, Crap?
I don't know. It's hard saying. Like,
they do this for attention. I mean, don't get me wrong, but here's the thing, MM. I want to answer your first of all, great. Thank you so much for your Patreon support. First of all, let me say that. And he's been religiously calling in and leaving voicemails. The guy's awesome. Let me just put it this way. These guys are doing this for attention. And when you see this kind of attention in any other business, it does very well. It usually works out very well, even if the thing is negative that the person says. But in the case of what's happening in the gaming business, you can see that negative tweets, negative this, negative that, it doesn't necessarily translate into positive sales. So I think these guys they're finding out the hard way. They're finding out the hard way. And plus, this the pompous ego of developers and stuff, that's got to go away, because they're in business. They are in business. We're just here doing a Sunday morning talk show. I'm having a cup of coffee. I'm gonna play some games, do my thing later on, enjoy a bunch of stuff. These guys have to go to work today. If you're a true developer and you have a deadline, they're working today. They shouldn't be sitting there spewing out negative stuff at half of a console fan base. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not, that's just, it shouldn't even hit their radar. And if it does, you need more PR people. You know what I mean? Like, he's not I know it's a small business. He's not a small guy. He's got people that work for him. Believe me. Cliffy's not mowing his own lawn. You know what I'm saying? So he's got people. So don't listen to all this nonsense. He's a small business with a lot of fan base, a lot of PR. You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. So I think sometimes when you see these tweets go out, they're doing this, and I think you're going to find out. Like Titanfall found out, and he found out. Things like this bite him in the butt.
He's like, I'm not worried about a slow start, and then in his mind, he's like, oh God, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't care who you are. You're definitely worried about your game tanking like that. So
yeah, game sales early on are like movies and box office opening weekends. When the opening weekend's bad, it doesn't miraculously get better.
Hey, next week could be even better. Oh no, sorry, that's not happening.
The new game comes out next week and it blows yours out.
Emmett C. Mornings, what's up?
Hey, Mooch Crap, even the bunker here.
Nice.
Just like to inform you guys, we got the finals of the biggest game on these consoles, FIFA 17, running from the 16th to the 18th. And you guys can catch it on Catch Up, and I've been watching it. Over 7 million people entered for this competition from both PlayStation and Xbox. And the interesting thing about this, guys, is I've been watching it all week, the last couple of weeks, sorry, and the PlayStation guys, when they meet the Xbox guy in the final, 90% of the time of these regional finals across the world, the Xbox guys wins. And that just about sums it up, really, when you hear Sony ponies going on about how PSN and their gamers are better gamers, and obviously they're not, as it's been proven otherwise. Another thing I'd like to ask you, Mooch and Crap, I know this is going to sound funny, but what are you guys going to do if you can't get hold of an X on day one?
Scream
it's going to
like
be a very salty day, not just for you guys, but for a lot of other guys. And I think I have a very strong feeling here that Microsoft are not going to have enough production ramped up to meet demand, because I really do feel that this thing is going to sell like hotcakes. They did a little test, didn't they, on Italy, Amazon Italy, I think.
I think so.
The other day, and I think they're going to be shocked at demand. Really, I do. I mean, the demand in your country, in the US, is going to be huge, and in Canada, but I think the demand in Europe is going to take Microsoft by surprise. Just wanted to know your thoughts on that, and obviously JD for Premier of Canada. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy days.
Nice.
Well, listen, Microsoft started. They have a countdown timer on their site now for Gamescom, right? Technically, but it's like for the latest updates on Xbox One X. So you know that's when the damn thing's gonna go up for pre-orders. Like anything later than that, and you just would scratch your head like you're undoing what you're doing. You know, like quit fucking up. Right. This thing realistically should have been up for pre-order as soon as it could be. You know, get as many as you could. If you can get, that's a better way to gauge how you're going to sell, right? If they would have been able to get pre-orders up open sooner, and then you're like, oh shit, we've got 3-4 million pre-orders. Then you know how many you can make to be in there. Now you have less time. You have less time to build your consoles to know what you're working with. So I think it's a catch-22. I sometimes they just do things that make you scratch your head, Right.
I think, in all honesty, Crap, I think this is going to do very well in Europe. I think the UK will come back to Xbox. I think that you're going to find maybe parts of it's hard. I heard Germany is very big on PlayStation, so I heard Germany's a hard grab.
Yeah.
But Italy might come back. I mean, these were countries that were somewhat on the Xbox front last generation. The UK for sure. Maybe we can regain Australia. Australia's very much PlayStation right now.
Yeah, we got Timodos. He good. Hey, mate. Hey, Timodos, get out there. Start pimping these things for dollary dues. Be like, hey, mate, you want some dollary dues to get?
Imagine Timodos going door to door with an Xbox One X flyer. Just can we depend on your vote?
Yes, can we depend on your vote, mate? Hey, here's some dollary dues. Get an Xbox One X, mate.
You gotta love it. Crap those 3 or 4 Australian sayings, so he's gonna say them over and over again.
Throw a prawn on the bobby. Yeah, I don't know,
Be careful, Crap.
Go eat my baby.
He's gonna come back and be like, "How's your coffee talk going over there in New York?"
Hey, I'm not a New Yorker though,
That's true.
Hey, good point. Xbox One. Mexico and Brazil are hardcore Xbox fans.
Yes, they are.
That is true. Brazil in particular, man. Shout out to the leader of the
Mexico,
Brazilians, dude. Those are some good people.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to point out that somebody won the rundown last week, and his name was Crap Gamer.
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, Jay, me and Crap also voted. You cannot sabotage them. J-Dubs, you're the Ross Perot of MNC Morning. He's probably like, who's Ross Perot?
I can do whatever I want.
Oh, here we go.
J-Dubs took 27% of the vote.
Next time, I'm going to put my name in 4 times.
Yeah, there's just gonna be an M, a C, and then J.
J.
Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear that? I've got my own followers now. So there's the Crapaholics, there's the Mooch Maniacs. Now there's the JWs.
The JWs. Are you serious?
That's
yeah,
good.
we like to dress up like Teletubbies and get together and drink beer.
The Mooch Maniacs are just wild and crazy.
They are. They're crazy.
They are crazy. Crap.
They vote too. They're like, they don't even care, right? Like Mooch could be like, yeah, man, I think custom consoles suck.
You know, custom consoles. What an absolute waste of your money. You like that, Crap?
Jesus. Yeah. Like, hey, Xbox Live. That should never be. That should cost more than $60. You can say shit like that, and they would still vote for you.
Now that's crazy.
They would still vote for you. They're like Mooch.
Yes.
They're like Mooch. I mean, you got people like Luca. You get these people all like swerved up by saying you're the Italian Eminem. You know, you lather
like
up
that?
the women.
It's
The women folk. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's not really fair.
Yes.
I've got 2.1% women, and they're all like Mooch maniacs.
Yes, they are.
Crazy.
They are. They're finding out what you're saying and then reporting it to me. Crap.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Xbot and Flip and everybody
Awesome.
in the chat?
Everybody, listen. Sir William's here too.
Sir
Galloway.
William. Yes. How you doing?
You guys can look forward to Sir William. He has a voicemail today. Too.
Oh, I am looking forward to that.
Oh, hey, why don't we hit a voicemail while these young people,
Luca's here.
fine people,
Luca, Sir X.
hit the like button.
Yeah. So we've got Flemish Boy. He's a new caller as well. He's on deck.
All right.
Okay, good stuff.
Hey, J-Dub, Mooch, and Crap Gamer. Hi, it's Flemish Boy from Belgium here. It's my country in Europe. So yeah, I was watching the podcast, Big Gamer Small Talk with you, Crap, and you said something that I need to correct. So in the game Shadow of War, you have microtransactions, you know that. You have loot boxes, you know that. But what you don't know, there is a multiplayer aspect about the game. So first of all, you can use those arcs from those loot caches to invade, to defend your own fortress, and you can invade other fortresses, so people can use those orcs and ologs to defend their fortress, so no people can, like if you buy the legendary packs, you can invade them. Also, it's not cosmetics, it's it's not cosmetics, but it's actual gear. So you have stats. You have your legendary gear that also has stats, that have bonuses. So it's not, it's really pay to win if you do the multiplayer. I do single player, I don't do multiplayer, so I don't care about the match. It's also not out, we don't know anything about the game, so we'll see. Okay, so yeah, I really like what you're doing, guys. I didn't have a question. This is my first time calling. I love the show. Since E3, I've been a fan because I sold my PC, because I want to get a console, because I want to go to the couch and not behind the desk anymore for my back. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys, love the show. Keep on doing. And yeah, when I get my payment, I will be a Patreon. Okay. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, so basically what he was saying was on BGST last week, I had mentioned, but this was also before some of this other information came out, which was Shadow of War has microtransactions like the loot boxes and stuff like that, which I have no problem. And he was saying that there's also a multiplayer component, which they haven't really much talked about, that you're going to be allowed to use in that too. So, hey, people are going to get upset about that. People get upset about every goddamn thing nowadays, though. You know what I mean? So, for me, Shadow of War, I probably won't be playing any multiplayer on that anyway, just the single-player aspect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. I understand why people get upset, but, hey, would you rather pay $100 just for a game? You know, like, to me, $60, not a bad deal. We recovered well from the early fuck up of this morning, though. We got
Yeah,
over 300 people in here watching.
Absolutely. Thanks to everyone for coming back into the chat and giving us a moment to actually fix itself.
Yeah, YouTube was like too much MNC morning goodness.
Yes.
We can't allow that.
Yes, there's actually nothing going on Sunday morning. Let's ruin the one show that is on.
Yeah.
No, the one thing I wanted to say was I don't have a problem with the microtransactions with Shadow of War. It's a single-player game, as far as I'm concerned. Kind of like how Rise had a multiplayer, and to myself personally, I was like, who cares? The multiplayer game in Shadow of War interests me not even very little. It's actually zero. So, right? I mean, come on. Who cares? The game's coming out, 3 weeks or 2 weeks before Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to try and play as much of that as possible because once Assassin's Creed comes out, goodbye, Shadow of War. Just because...
Just like the first one, right? I started playing through that again, and it was really good, and then something else came out, and then I started playing
and no disrespect to Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Those developers are putting their time, effort, and money into it, and I will be backing them up. All I'm saying is that, the thing with the microtransactions, they're there, folks. If you don't want them, that's like every time you're in the mall and you walk by one of those quarter dispensers for gum, you're like, fuck that. Why should I be charged for walking by that in the mall? You don't have to use the gumball dispenser. You don't have to do it. Just move on with your life, folks. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. We've got a good friend on deck, Dirk Griggity.
Diggity.
Yes.
What is up, Moose Crap and J-Dubs? This is your boy Dirk Griggity here. Hey, fellas. I was watching some footage of Ages of Mayhem, right? And I'm watching the footage. I'm like, yeah, this game looks pretty good. But then I thought about something. If any Xbox, Sony Ponies, media, if any of those assholes say Ages of Mayhem looks great and Crackdown 3 looks like shit, there's going to be a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys seen the footage, but it looks, it has the Crackdown look, the cel-shaded look, but it looks worse than Crackdown. But it looks fun. So if any of these assholes say, oh man, Ages of Mayhem looks so fun, Ages of Mayhem looks lit, oh! And if they were the same people that saying, man, listen, I'm going to go crazy, man. Because that would be the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever seen in my life, if that's the case. So we will wait. I think the game comes out Tuesday.
Yes.
If it get great reviews and the media saying, yeah, the game looks fun, looks great, it's mindless fun, but they're saying Crackdown 3 looks terrible and it looks stupid, so we shall see. Anyway, peace and love.
Yeah, Diggity couldn't be more accurate, crap.
He could. Here's the thing. Agents of Mayhem looks like a discount Crackdown, right?
Yes.
Discount Crackdown 3. So, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that because I could actually see the media giving Agents of Mayhem, it's a refreshing IP. How great. And then when Crackdown 3 comes out and it's got like that destructive multiplayer and it's full on co-op and stuff, well, it really let us down and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, you could definitely see something like that happening. For me, just like you, I know you're debating getting Agents of Mayhem. You're like, I don't know, crap.
In your last sentiment right there, it's talking me out of it, crap. Because that's what I was trying to say. When I asked you a question on, it was maybe Crossfire, I said, is this going to be a AAA game? And your answer was, yeah, it's made by the people who made, what is it there?
They made Saints Row 4.
Saints Row.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but the problem I'm having with it, it doesn't look like it's Saints Row money that went into it. It looks like it was half of Saints Row money. The world looks really, really big. And
well, they're using that cel-shaded type of style.
That's fine. I'm not criticizing that.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, everything looks very Project Spark-ish, okay, if you will, where everything is just like huge, clunky, chunky buildings.
Super Lucky Tales look Project Spark-ish, right? But not Agents of Mayhem.
Well, I don't know. Agents of Mayhem, I think you said it yourself, and I think Diggity said it too. I'm supposed to get really excited for November 7th Crackdown, but I'm going to play Crackdown next week. I don't know. Like, it's really, I'm on the fence.
Hey, that's going to get you more in the way. Like, if you want something leading up to me, it's going to be something fun to play leading up to Crackdown, right? Not the other way around.
I have a little game that you like to hate called Destiny 2.
Destiny 2. Destiny. Yes. Hey, where? I left that tweet. Maybe you saw it. You're like, the Destiny 2 hype is real.
I know,
I'm
right?
like, where?
Where is
I would love to know. Yeah, that's like, oh, look, Supersonic Station is like, don't Don't diss Project Spark. Dude, I like Project Spark. It sucks that they canned that. You know what I mean? That's one of the
Project
things.
Spark's great, and what I mean that is just the art style. What you're able to do with it.
Hey,
Danny's fantastic.
Yeah, Danny has made some virtual boobies in there. So I mean, what are you
Yes,
going
he
to do?
has.
You know, that's always something good. Let's see. We've got somebody on deck. J-Dubs. What do you think, Mooch? Did you read the thing?
Well, you know what we can do? It's
get the flush sound effect ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play it.
Let's play Dr. Doom, and then let's just see. You know, maybe you can even cut it and start it where the question is, Jay, if you know where that is.
See, this is the problem we're gonna have. It'll be a question, but at like in the middle of a 5-minute thing, and then we're
Yeah.
expected to remember.
Right.
Okay, so everybody in the chat, if you start hearing Mooch and Crap snoring, send me a quick DM so that I can basically cut them off. Okay, here we go. It's Dr. Doom, and yeah, I've warned you guys. This is a long one.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's good with you, Mooch and Crap. Loving your show. Thank you for doing everything you do. Mooch, I was actually talking to you earlier on some voice messages, but I got sick of doing that shit every 15 seconds, so figure I'd just leave a quick voicemail. I was actually listening to you guys live this past show. I believe it was on the 6th of August. You guys did the rundown, and one of your topics were, you know, the console generations. Should they continue to do so, or should they just do this every 3 years, 4 years, mid-gen refresh? I couldn't disagree with that more, man. I know both of you guys agreed with being okay with that. Mooch, I'm especially surprised that you were okay with that, especially seeing that you're a family man, much like myself. Somebody with a son, I'm not looking to be spending money every 3 to 4 years buying a new console. I did when I purchase my consoles, I always get the one that's usually the latest one out. I didn't get the 1S this time because, you know, I knew about the 1X, so why buy that? And that's part of the reason why I feel like that's a bad move. I feel like at that point you just be putting out more product than you'll probably end up selling. You know what I mean? If I know the 1X is coming, like currently we're looking at a situation right now where we've seen that currently the Xbox One S console sales are kind of taking a dive because everybody's expecting the 1X. So now here they are mass producing these things, putting them out, and nobody's buying them because they're expecting the next. And that's going to be a consistent thing that we're going to see. Already seeing that trend right now. So why do 3 to 4 year, you know what I mean, mid-gen refreshes? It just doesn't make any sense to me personally. You know, especially when we were already kind of expecting them to put their efforts into the Xbox One, and they missed the boat on that one. So this is kind of like a kiss and make up with the 1X. My thing is, make it last. Stretch it out. You know what I mean? Build this rapport with these developers. Build rapport with gamers that might be switching platforms, people that might be coming from PlayStation back over to Xbox, or people that might be coming to Xbox for the first time from PlayStation. Build that rapport. Let them see what your system has to offer over time. Don't build this type of stigma where you're going to constantly feel like you're behind. Nobody's going to want to feel like they're constantly left behind. You know what I mean? So what? Every time there's a mid-gen refresh and some new TV comes out to support that, you're going to have to feel like you got to get that TV too. And that would be bad business. I just feel like at that point, you might as well just tell people, yeah, go ahead, get a PC. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you'll be able to somewhat future-proof your PC and invest that same money in building instead of paying $500 or whatever the system amount may be in the future every 3 to 4 years. That just sounds crazy to me. And I think that would just be consoles jumping off the cliff. I I don't know, fellas. I really don't know. Also, I think it would kind of give, by letting that generation run its course, like let's say the 1X last 6 to 7 years. Like I said earlier, not only does it give developers more time to build that rapport and optimize and get better acclimated to the architecture.
Okay, Jay.
Let's say, okay.
No, Jay, that's good. I mean, listen. Listen. Shout out to the gentleman,
Dr. Doom. Yeah,
Dr. Doom.
good stuff. But here's the thing. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Right? First of all, because I have a feeling I know what Mooch is going to say too. It's optional. You don't have to update it. It's like people update their phones. They get a new lease for their car. You know what I mean? It's optional. The thing is, consoles lose people to PC because the tech doesn't update fast enough. We were stuck in a 360 PS3 era for a tremendous amount of time, right? 8 years is an extremely long amount of time before getting a new console, right? That is way, 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 way too much, right? So you have to update it, and you're optional. You're not going to be left behind because, look, basically what Microsoft saw was that there's this jump to 4K.
Right.
They're giving you that option. We're not sure if there's going to be one every 4 years. The Xbox One X could last till 2021, 2022. We don't know. So, it's not leaving people behind. What happened was they're doing something to match what people are actually getting, which is 4K TVs. Sony just did some kind of weird half-ass upgrade for the VR aspect. So to me, two totally different things. They aren't hurting console gamers. They're actually giving the hardcore gamers a reason to stick to consoles.
Yeah, it is what you just said, Crap. But it's optional, guys. And you have to understand, Dr. Doom, you have to understand something here, to be honest with you. I don't blame you. I understand that, especially if you are a family and you have multiple consoles in your house. That does ring up quite a hefty bill every 3 to 4 years. I get that. But you don't have to. You said it yourself in your own voicemail. You said, I opted not to buy the S. That means you're playing the same games I am, and I have the S. Now you're going to get the X. Does that mean you're not going to get the Xbox 2? I don't think it'll... I mean, that's up to you. But, I mean, like, the thing is this. If you're a gamer, okay, that means you're not a car enthusiast. Okay, it means you're not a restaurateur. Okay, it means you're not collecting sneakers. It means you're a gamer. Like, I don't buy other things, really. I buy, like, basically games and things around gaming, tech stuff. So when every 4 years they're asking for $400 or $500, not to mention, guys, we are all forgetting something here. You get $200 back for your old system, or $100 for your old system. I mean, I have a real hard time where people are like, $500 is astronomical. Well, then take your S and you're going to get at least $175 for that, okay? And if you have an original day one Xbox, you're probably going to get anywhere from $75 to $100 for that. And you can't be upset you're getting less. You didn't put in for what the people paid for the S. So my whole thing is this. You can walk out on November 7th. Probably, I mean, Crap's going to probably get into it later. There's rumors, very strong rumors, that Crackdown could be in a bundle set. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's happening. But you could walk out, let's just say $500 for the Xbox One X. You could walk out with about a $300 tag. You know what I mean? You're paying $300 if you get $175 or $200 for that thing. And you're going to be able to play all the games you own already. You don't have to go and do anything else out of pocket. It's really not that much to ask for every 4 years and to be able to keep up with the Joneses in the tech world.
Yeah, I agree 100%. MNC Mornings, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. How's it going? This is J-Way Weave. I'm sorry I came in hot yesterday, but I do need to know what is up with this Destiny bad pre-order stuff. I mean, like I said last week, what's next? Deflated football signed by Tom Brady for if you pre-order Madden?
Zing.
But anyway, I would like to know from Mooch, Crap, and J-Dub, are you guys pretty excited for the 25th anniversary of Night Trap coming back? That's all I need to know. Thank you.
I think you were the one that wanted to get Night Trap. I was like, I don't think so.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug, folks.
Is Dana Plato coming back to reprise a role?
She's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay. It's just jokes, people. Jay didn't know.
But no, listen, I'll tell you the truth. The game it's a hot mess, okay? It is. I'm not going to sit here and defend it, but you have to understand something. I bought Sega CD when that thing came out, like day one. because when all the tech magazines were coming out, every month and a half back then, and they're like, this is what Resident Evil is going to look like on this, and this is what this game where you're going to be controlling a movie. You got to understand, at the age that I was at when that came out, I was like, holy shit, we're there. We are at the next level. We're leaving the little 8-bit characters behind.
Yeah, we got these FMV games. Woo!
Right. So, actually, you know what's funny? Maybe we can write to the developers if we can get a review code crap. Because here's what I'd like to do. That would be hysterical to stream.
Yeah, it would be. I'm not denying that. It would be absolutely great.
Come on, crap. That's a movie that we control, and it's an absolute shit show. It's a B movie.
Yeah, with bad acting and all, man, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to want to see this in the chat. How funny would it be? Just Crap's laughter alone at the bad acting.
I haven't seen that damn game in like forever, too. Like
I remember how to probably play the first two, if you will, levels. And then after that, I don't remember much after that. I remember.
You know what's funny, guys? If you look at the chat now, and half the people in there are going, "Oh, Jay," and the other half are going, "Jay." My comments, like, okay, guys, I think I kind of remember that she might have passed away. I don't keep up on the different Strokes histories.
Yes,
but regardless. If anyone was
those great 80s sitcoms.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Different Strokes, yeah. What you talking about?
We missed the 80s.
I don't miss the 80s.
Oh, I do. I most definitely do.
That was like the worst. I mean, the worst decade ever.
I was too little to actually say I could enjoy it, but I mean, like, it was. You can't say it was a bad decade, crap.
Oh, the music was bad.
Music was great.
Most of the movies were bad. No. Listen, if you go back, go back and listen to the music in the 80s, and it's like it's all this like synthesizer, like this electronic sounding drums.
The music to Grand Theft Auto Vice City is all from the 80s, and people lost their minds when that came out.
I don't like Vice City.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's awful. Like, here's the thing, right? For me, musically, I like 60s and 70s music, and then it skips up to the 90s.
Shout out to Biggie 2316. He's like, come on, Alf. I mean, Alf alone brought the 80s.
Hey, yo, it's me, yo.
Hey, man, like, thrash metal was created in the 80s. Yeah, Metallica came out in the 80s. Megadeth, Slayer.
Here's the thing, Jay. I didn't like Metallica until the Black Album. All right, I'm just gonna level with you. I'm not a big Metallica fan. Like pre that, it
starting
sounds
next
like
week, it'll be Mooch and J Dubs.
It's a bunch of noise to me. Like yeah. Dude,
yeah,
the 80s movies are 80s
Alex
80s.
D. Keaton, get out of here.
Here's the thing, crap. 80s movies was the shit. No, 80s movies are shit.
No.
Go back and try to watch an 80s movie now, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
The whole nostalgia. Friday the 13th has got 1980s written.
Oh god, those Friday the 13th movies are horrible.
Fun.
Horrible.
Oh man, I'm telling you. No, the 80s were a thing of beauty. Listen, even like the girls with the big hair, the ripped jeans, that all started in the 80s, and now ripped jeans are back like everywhere. It's like, come on, stop.
Yeah, I have ripped jeans, but not because it's cool.
No, you.
The only thing I don't want to see come back from the 80s are teased bangs. That's
the Breakfast Club sucked.
Come on, crap! Stop it.
Dirty Dancing sucked. Okay, The Goonies was great. Okay, yes. I give you that.
Back to the Future?
Back to the Future was good. But look, here's the thing. I like Metallica. I like Guns N' Roses. But a lot of the hair metal bands and stuff I hate. I don't like them. You know, Quiet Riot and Twisted Sister and all those.
You don't like Poison?
I don't like Poison, no.
Come on, Bret Michaels had a good 5-year run on VH1 back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, no, not a
Gremlins.
Hey, no, I hate Gremlins.
You hate Gremlins?
I hate Gremlins.
Crap, you're gonna find out that you just lost about 8,000 subscribers. I'm sorry to inform this to you, and they're all coming to Mooch. What the hell happened? No. Rolling Stones are a little bit before the 80s, Sir William Galloway.
Hey, I'm a big Rolling Stones fan.
Rolling Stones are great, but the Rolling Stones, I think, were the 60s, actually.
Yeah, I saw them in Michigan, years ago, probably 15 years ago.
Forget Transformers, the movies. How about Transformers, the cartoon?
Hey, I like that. I like that in G.I. Joes. I mean, there was some stuff in the 80s that I liked, but for the most part, I don't really like
Miami
hair
Vice.
bands. Yeah, I didn't like Miami Vice.
Like you have to admit, don't you miss Saturday morning cartoons?
Yes!
I do, but I watched those.
an entire day dedicated to cartoons.
I actually liked I didn't get into. I mean, I did watch those like He-Man and all that kind of stuff. But then when in the '90s, that they had Saturday morning cartoons as well, like that I like better. You know, so. But I digress. Let's go ahead and run another
voicemail. Great little 1980s segment. But you know what? Great question too. I mean, Jay, before we go to our next, I will say, crap. Let's put that on the horizon. I think people will get a kick out of us streaming that.
Yeah, that would be actually.
Go ahead, Jay. My apologies.
No, it's okay. So we've got Vash D Stampede. He's called in the past.
Okay.
Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crap. Hey, J-Dubs.
See a crapaholic.
Just two questions. One, how long do you think it's going to take GameSpot to find settings for the One X? And two, is it just me, or does Masande have the nicest rack in all the Seven Kingdoms? All right, thanks. Bye.
Who?
What was that last part? Something about the
Seven Kingdoms.
Was that a Game of Thrones?
Masande? Who is she? Is she the is she Dany's helper from Game of Thrones?
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who he meant. I mean, I love this comment about the GameSpot not finding the settings. I don't know. Listen, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, but I didn't hear the name.
Yeah, Masande? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm off on that. But no, listen, you know, there's going to be somebody.
If somebody knows what the hell that is, please clue us in.
Yeah, clue us in. But listen, here's the thing about the GameStop thing. I mean, he says it as a joke crap, but like we should start a poll or something that says which gaming media site is going to have a problem with something with the UI or something with the X. There's going to be somebody that comes out and says, "Can you like you remember when they announced the X, right?" And the whole thing came out after E3. They're like, you know, IGN was like what, an hour in, and they were like, "Don't forget, everybody, you will be forced to download 4K textures, whether you like them or not."
Yeah, you're forced.
So, you're forced.
You're forced to get those 4K textures.
Your game will look better. Fuck you. You will take
100 gigs of Forza 7. You're forced to download 100 gigs.
This is Damon Hatfield reporting with a PlayStation.
Damon Hatfield. I got my shoes, my little flip-flops with the toe cover. Yeah.
And my little hat like Troy Baker wears at every interview.
Yes.
You can't tell me what I know.
You're forced.
Forced. Microsoft.
Fuck you, Microsoft. Forcing us to download your 4K update to your 4K console.
How dare you tell me to make my game look better?
Yes, damn you, Microsoft. Damn you to hell.
That was great.
It was.
They're saying in the chat that it is the chick that helps Danny, and she got rocked a couple of episodes ago.
Who the hell's Danny?
Danny's the one with the dragons. Daenerys.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't watch that shit.
Nobody's ever been like, "Hey, Danny, get over here with the dragons."
Everyone calls her Danny.
No one says Danny.
I don't even know who she is.
Who
like
the
even
heck?
if you
Even
if
now
you
when
had
I
used
look on
her,
the diehards, they say Jon Snow. Nobody's like, the old Johnny boy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
I had no idea who you were. I thought you were talking about Danny Boy in the chat.
You know, Danny helping Danny. I'm like, who's Danny?
I thought everyone called her Danny.
I've never heard anybody say that. I don't even watch that show, but
on.
I've never heard anybody call her
Well,
that.
listen, guys, Listen, you've already lost 2 crapaholics in the chat.
Oh, they'll be back.
Comments.
They'll be back.
Crap, will you do me a favor? Even in the background, will you just play Game of Thrones and catch up? Watch season 1 and tell me you don't like it.
I tried to watch the first episode,
Come on.
and it was so boring. I don't know. So I mean, like, you know, it's tough because I already have like a regimen of shows that I watch, and you know, and then my gaming and stuff, and then with work and everything, it just gets tough to really kind of.
Wait a minute. This is on Sunday night at 9 o'clock, crap.
Yeah, I'm usually doing BGST or something. I don't know.
BGST's always over before that. You know that. We made that a
Oh, but the NFL, that's kicking off, and then I'm going to have to watch the.
When the NFL kicks off, though, Game of Thrones is over.
Yeah, but when would I have time to watch it?
I don't know. Listen, you need to make time for that. That's a classic.
Yeah,
it's an instant classic.
Maybe I'll give it a try one of these times. Who do we got on deck, Jay?
Who do we got next? Oh, we have a live feed coming in.
We have a live feed. It just popped up on my screen.
Let's try to bring them in, Jay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Brainwash you. Maybe you two can. My goodness. Oh, Jesus. Throw away my porn. It's not porn. I was just doing some notes. Go away, keyboard. Oh my god. Okay. Hi, MC Morning. Hello, Mooch. Hello, Crap. Jay Williams, Graphics God. Yoshida gives you Sony greetings. I have a couple questions for you guys at MC Mornings and maybe some people in the chat, but this is most addressed to you. Yoshida has heard that Mooch has PSVR now. Good job. I brainwashed Crap Gamer, and I brainwashed you. Maybe you two can, throw your dildo sticks at each other and wave them around like Major Nelson and Boogie. Wave those dildo sticks. I'll give you a tutorial in a second on how to do that. But first, we're gonna do picture pages. Yoshida's favorite part. Sean Murray's inside, and they're making me some waffles. Sony waffles. Okay, let's get out my Sony crayons. Picture pages of my Yoshida's favorite part. Let's see. I need Mooch and Crap to guess what I'm drawing, and people in chat guess what Yoshida is drawing, okay? It's very important. Tell me if you give up and guess.
PS4 Pro.
PS4 Pro. Stupid.
He called us stupid.
Okay, give up yet?
Yeah.
Come on, chat, guess what it is. This is picture pages from Sony.
Is it a light bulb?
Light bulb?
Give up yet?
Oh, wait a minute.
This is beautiful. Guess what it is? Picture pages. Guess what this is, everybody?
I have no idea.
No, stupid. It's not a light bulb. This is Sean Layden pulling up his pants bent over because his shorts are too tight like a shirt. I can't take him anywhere. Let's look at that again. No, let's not. Okay. So I wanted to do like a tutorial to show Mooch and Crap the proper way to use PSVR dildo sticks. I have a very special guest that's going to do that today. So without any further ado, do a tutorial for these fine gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, Yoshida. Crap Gamer Mooch. Yoshida wanted me to tell you some tutorials on how to use the Sony VR PS4 dildo sticks. You don't wave them around like this. You'll have to do this, okay? And I'm gonna be watching you because I'm here to make sure that this city is safe. So be careful when you wave around your dildo sticks. If you're using PSVR, they might look like this or something. But just do this, okay? Batman is here for you. If you have any questions or to see Batman, then use these Sony dildo sticks in any wrong way. It might battering out and hit you with it. That's all. Thanks everyone in chat and everyone who supports MC Mornings. Everybody go buy PSVR and everyone wave their Sony dildo sticks the way Batman tells you to. Or I will be coming after you. Yoshida, give me my dang Sony television. I was promised a Sony television to do this. Hold on, I'm gonna go beat the crap out of Yoshida. Bye, everyone.
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
more often than not.
Awesome, outstanding. You know, it's great though that we had Yoshida, who was Danny Boy. Then we also had Batman, which was Bat Danny Boy. That was also very great.
Bat Danny Boy and Yoshida Danny Boy. Yeah,
Danny
so
Boy,
that
great work.
Yes, thank you. That was fucking
You know what's
great.
funny? Just so everyone knows, we said this a long time ago when we first started the show. We don't watch any of these. We watch them live with you guys, the audience.
Yeah. So we guessed PS4 Pro, and then Light Bulb.
And then Light Bulb, and he's like, "No, it's not Light Bulb, idiot."
Stupid.
Great. Danny Boy,
That
well
was
done.
absolutely great. Yes, thank you.
The great Yoshida coming on the show. Very
Good
hard,
stuff.
hard to book him.
Yes. J-Dubs, who do we got on deck? Because I know we got some more.
We have
some
a
more
lot.
stuff.
Definitely. We've got more voicemails than I think we're even going to get through. But we've got Space Cat on deck.
Okay.
Nice to hear. It's been a while since we were.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? I was just wondering, what do you guys think that we will see from Xbox at Gamescom? Do you think there will be new games, or do you guys think they'll just show more of the games coming this year or next year? Okay.
I think we're gonna see Xbox One X pre-orders happening. We're also gonna see we're gonna see some games. I don't know if you saw that leaked video of, I don't know if it's leaked, but it's a video that was going around of the Gamescom booths.
Yeah, it's basically like a VR almost of the booths, right?
Yeah, they got and it showed
layout.
like PUBG has a big thing. We might get a release date on that.
Right.
That was interesting that we saw there was some Fable Legends stuff going in the background.
There was, but I do think that, I don't know if it was new crap. I think that's just old footage that they just threw on there to show because
I mean, it could be. It could be, but you never know with Microsoft, man. But yeah, like anything could happen. It's just odd because all the other stuff was new, and then you saw like that. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that we'll see some cool stuff. We'll get the pre-orders and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely.
Right. I think you're leaving something out too, Crap. You mentioned it quickly, but I put it in the title for a reason. PUBG is going to be front and center at Gamescom.
Yeah, it's got its own big booth there. If they're smart. They will lock that damn game up because everybody's talking about this game. It's a game that people want. People will buy an Xbox for it. So
you know what's great for Microsoft? There's no harm, no foul here. They can just announce that it's going to be exclusive to their just a console exclusive to them, and they're like, "We always planned that." When really it was us harping to get it done. We'll never know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, of course, that was always in the works.
Well, to be fair, like people did the same thing with Titanfall 1, right? Like originally it was only supposed to be like a timed exclusive, and then everybody was like, they gotta lock this game up, and then they did. I really wish they would have locked that up because it would have been a much better exclusive video or exclusive game on the Xbox platform.
Titanfall 2 exclusive would have been so massive.
Yeah, we would have all supported it right from the start. There would have been none of that green disc shit.
There wouldn't have been any of that green disc matter and all that.
Like that's a much more compelling exclusive to come up against some of those other games than anything else. So that's just my opinion. But
I'm actually playing the campaign now on Titanfall 2, and it is actually really, really good. It's
hell
really,
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
really
Unfortunately, it's known for its multiplayer, which is awful.
No, the multiplayer isn't bad on that. Come on.
Listen. Let me explain when I say that, because we say that and then we move on to another segment. It's not that it's awful, like the work wasn't put into it. If you play the game, and anybody that has played the game, a lot of people have written me and said, Mooch, now I know what you're talking about. The way the map design is messed up. Something's not right. They tweaked the speed. We already know that's messed up. Then they did something where it's like a cluster bomb of shit in the middle. Whether you're a skilled player or not, it's just a mess in the middle. There's like Titans all banging into each other. A pilot's just getting stepped on. Like it's not like before. I don't know how to explain it to you. But when you play Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, it's almost like there's two different developers involved. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's different. It's just like when you see the different Assassin's Creed because they're different developers, or you see the different Call of Duties. Like the multiplayers are the same, but they're just different. You know what I mean? Like when Treyarch does it versus Infinity Ward, it's just a little different. And some people go, I like Treyarch. Some people are like, I prefer Infinity Ward. Well, for some reason, Respawn, they just didn't seem like the same group, and that's because they catered to the PlayStation crowd.
Well, yeah, and then they also catered to the Call of Duty crowd,
Call of Duty folks.
Which was a mistake because Titanfall played much better than
that's
those
what
Call
I mean
of
by the
Duties.
PlayStation group. They're trying to just
Yeah.
get the masses. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it is. Like I agree with you on that, but
That's where it changed.
But to me, I still think that the single player is good and that the multiplayer is still fun if you're playing with friends. But they did make it a little bit too much Call of Duty like. But they were a Call of Duty developer, so I mean, yeah, you kind of understand it. I am hoping that they make another one and kind of expand on the single player, which was great, and then take a step back with the multiplayer to the original one, which was amazing. So, who else we got on deck? J Dubs.
We've got Super G.
Nice.
Oh, he's a new Patreon supporter too.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
What's up, Mooch? What's up, Crap? What's up, Jay? What's up, MMC World? It's your boy Super G here. And I want to come through and just ask this question about Crackdown because I've scoured the marketplace and I cannot find it. Where is it? I want to pre-order it now. And I know, Crap, a couple weeks ago you mentioned that it was possibly going to be bundled in with the X1. How big is this possibility? Because I've been looking for it and I have no placeholder for a pre-order yet for this game. And I don't know why. And that whole thing with the microtransactions for Shadow War, come on, give it a break. It's a single player game. It's not pay to win. So there's no reason why the microtransactions should be this big of a deal. I mean, I could see if it was like a pay to win mantra and you're trying to get ahead of people and beat them in the game, but it's a single player game. Just enjoy it. If you want to get a sword that you possibly won't get at the end of the game, but you want to pay for it to have it now, go for it. I don't care. And Crap, this one's for you. What's up, man? Why you be hating on Game of Thrones, bro? This past Sunday, you were talking some hot mess, bro. I swear I thought you were a crack gamer, not crap gamer. You tripping. Watch episodes. Sit down and watch the whole first season. Just check it out. And then assess it. And then give your review. But I love you guys. You guys have a good one. Always give a great show. I'm out.
Yeah, that was great. Super G. I mean, he didn't even. That's a recording, so he had no idea we were talking about that just a minute ago.
Yeah. I don't hate Game of Thrones. I just haven't really watched it. I'll give it a try sometime. Yes.
I mean, get to his point though about Crackdown Crap. This has got some legs, right? Let's just put on our detective hats.
You can't pre-order it yet, which is odd because you can pre-order Super Lucky Tale and Forza and all the other games. Yeah, so it is odd.
It's not going to be delayed. It's not going to be delayed because they showed it at Gamescom with all kinds of their chest out, and Larry was there, and they had people playing it. They've had all these 15-minute preview shows. It's everywhere, so it's not getting delayed. So the fact that it's not available digitally does say something because even though you can go get it physically, that wouldn't alter that. Think about it, Crap. If it's in the box as a digital code, that wouldn't alter that because there's certain people that want to be able to go buy Crackdown 3 for their Xbox One S, right? So that doesn't deter the fact that it might come in the box. I think this may be Microsoft's lure to say, listen, not only going to get the best console, but we're throwing this game in there.
Yeah, I agree. And not only that, but you have to look at this, right? They get a lot of hate for the game. Right. People probably aren't going to rush out and buy the game because of all the hate. So I could definitely see them doing a situation where... What's that?
Throw it in the box.
Yeah, throw it in the box. I could definitely see that as a way to incentivize people to buy the Xbox One X, certainly. And that would be a very smart... Hey, less money I got to spend. And shit.
No,
you know what I mean?
Listen,
make it...
Absolutely, Crap. But it's a great move. It's a great move. Listen, it's a first-party game, okay? So they've got people that they already have on the payroll doing this. It's something we haven't seen since SNES. When was the time you went and bought a console and had the game in there, included? That's huge. I mean, listen, I'm not getting overly excited because I haven't seen it since the late 80s. It doesn't happen very often. When you see a bundled console, it's usually an older game, you know what I mean, when they're doing incentives later on, or it's $50 more than the current bundle and you can take it home with that, which may be the case. But I think asking $550 with Crackdown, that's not a lure. Why would people do that? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with that. J-Dubs, who else we got on deck? Let's try to roll through some of these.
Crap, you're going to hold the... I apologize, but we have only 182 likes here. Crap, you're holding a top 10 ransom, are you not?
Yeah, let's try and get 225, and we'll do a top 10.
I'd say 250.
Oh, man, 250 with this crowd.
This crowd can do it. Listen, guys, we were talking 80s. We had a live feed. We've had so much stuff going on, guys. Let's get to 250, and we'll run that. We'll run the top 10.
Yeah, dude, get us to 250, and we've got a hell of a top 10 for you guys. Just so you guys know, we're kind of the way we're working. The top 10 is we're going to be switching back and forth between the top 10 and the rundown.
Yes.
The rundown is like a verbal marathon.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing that. Kind of alternating that. Maybe we'll eventually work up to being able to do both, but you got to understand it. It takes Jay a long time to do that, and it also to record that we all three have to be together where me and Mooch can do the top 10 just with us. So yeah, it's difficult, but we're gonna kind of alternate it up and change it up for you guys. 300 likes and crap gets topless. No, nobody wants that. Trust me, nobody wants that unless Foxy's around. She might, I don't know.
Mayonnaise alert.
Yes. Yeah. So get us to 250. And let's go ahead and roll something.
Let's roll another voice. Let's roll another voice now.
Sure, we've got Starboy HSP.
See him a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's up, Mooch and Crab? It's the Starboy HSP, and I am from Denmark, from Europe, and I listen to the MNC mornings. And you are worldwide brothers. And one thing I want to say to you, you are doing a really great job with the Xbox news and kicking all the biased media out of it. But I have seen some Xbox fanboys and Xbox YouTubers are complaining about Crackdown 3. They say they look like Crackdown 1. Come on. They are going to be like Ryan McCaffrey that had lost faith on Xbox. But you, Grammar, and you, Mooch, you are two of the greatest Xbox fans I have seen. And of course also K-Mega and Xbox 344 and Zaire. He's crying too much sometimes. I don't know. But he's a cool dude. But he's crying too much about Xbox. He have to back them up. Or they have to learn how the Sony fanboys doing. They are raising and saying diamond things about their product, their games that come into the Sony PlayStation. And here we have our Xbox fans that complaining about games. Come on, you know better than that. But Mooch Crab, you are the greatest. See you. Hey.
Awesome call, man. Very nice. You know, I'll tell you the truth. What he's saying is there's sometimes a little bit, you know, sometimes the Xbox fans, and we fall in that category sometimes. You know, you can be your own worst enemy. The thing about it is this: you know, Sony puts out a subpar game, Sony fans are fine with it. You know, like No Man's Sky, for example, it was a disastrous bomb. Record sales day 1 and record returns on day 2. Nobody said anything. It was fine. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? The order was 3 hours and you couldn't venture off the beaten path of a straight line. That's fine. It's fine. It was delayed.
Everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Yes.
Microsoft, you have Crackdown. You've got this cel-shaded game that is the original Crackdown on crack. Okay, for the Xbox One X, multi-destruction, cloud-based graphical capability. The insane amount of like technical prowess that's going into this is amazing, and it's nothing but ridicule. So listen, here's the thing: we know there's no secret here. Everybody from Xbox fans to PlayStation fans are hard on Microsoft. They know that. We know that. I do agree with the caller. We need to calm down and enjoy what Microsoft gives us sometimes.
110 goddamn %. I agree.
Yes.
MNC Mornings, what's up?
Hey now.
What's going on? Oh, I had to throw that in there for Xbox since he can't call in. It's me, Luca, just calling in to say hey guys, and you know, the chat's lit, the show's going great today. I'm really loving it. So I just have a quick question for Mooch, because I already know Crappy's answer. But Mooch, are you gonna pick up Hellblade if you haven't already? I definitely recommend it. It's very good. And that's it for me, guys. I'll talk to all of you guys later. And thank you, Jay. Bye.
Luca,
he mooched it.
I
He mooched it.
I did mooch it. I got a copy coming Monday. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for Hellblade. You know, that's, and I'm glad Luca brings that up because it's something we talk about sparsely on the show, but it needs to be recognized. Crap. We play Switch. We play PS4. I was actually just playing God of War 3 Remastered before the show.
Yeah, that's a pretty good game.
Great game. You know, we play everything. Where we get a little bit hard on Sony is more towards the media bias and sometimes the nonsense that Sony spits out in their publication that nobody seems to ever care and they sweep it under the rug. But no, I am definitely buying Hellblade. I'm going to be doing a review. I'm hoping, I know it's only 6 to 7 hours, so I hope to play it over the course of the week and then have a review out hopefully next weekend to some extent. But yeah, no, Luca, I'm pumped for it. I like that it's a different style game. I didn't look much into it. I don't know a lot about it. I didn't want to ruin it because everyone's like, there's a lot of wow factor. I didn't watch a lot of Let's Plays. When I watched reviews, I watched the ones that were just telling you yay or nay, not ones that really got into depth in the story. I didn't want it to ruin it. So I'm very much looking forward to playing Hellblade. Actually, I want to know, Crap, even though Lucas said no, Crap, I'm wondering, do you want to pick up Hellblade? Are you going to be playing it?
If somebody wants to mooch it for me, that's fine. I'm not going to buy it.
There it is.
I mean,
Yes.
like, look, here's the thing, right? Like, I'll try something for free, but I'm not going to pay money for something that really, for the most part, doesn't interest me. You know what I mean? Like, I could, but at the end of the day, that's probably not something that I'm going to like. But if somebody wanted to, like, tempt me, here I am, I'm mooching on M&C Mornings. Like,
Yes.
I'm trying to get into that mooching world, dude.
See, I do mooching under the radar. Crap does it from the tallest mountain.
Hello, yes, down there, mooching, Hellblade, if you will.
If somebody could just pass a code up this huge mountain, hand by hand, it'll reach me.
It will. Hey, we've got Sir William on deck.
Yeah, let's listen to Sir William. He was very I don't know. There's a lot of people going back and forth with him in the chat earlier today, so I can't wait to hear his question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Morning, Crap, Rich and J-Dubs. How are you guys doing in the morning? And I'm still excited for the Xbox One X. The presentation about Crackdown 3 at Comic-Con was quite bad to me, but I'm still getting the game no matter what. I'm so freaking hyped, and I hope you guys are. So I respect all you guys, and I just keep respecting. I respect both Sony fans and both Xbox fans and just all fans in general. I'm on all sides. I'm not on one side. So if you need me, then I could be talking to you guys. And if the Sony fans need me, then I'll talk to them. So yeah, have a good morning. Bye.
I think Sir William was just stating that Sir William, the reason he is Sir William is that he is on everybody's side.
He's on everybody's side?
Well, he's saying I'm okay with it. He's paying us a compliment and then saying he's with the Sony guys, he's with the Xbox guys, he respects both sides. So that's how he got knighted, though, Crap. You can't be knighted and be on one side. Yes.
That's true.
So thank you for the call, Sir William. I appreciate that. That was great. Sir William, in the chat, if you're still here, where are you from? I mean, I don't know. He sounded like he was from Scotland, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I'm not – listen, I do things very well with my ears. But I can't pick up some of the accents. Sometimes I'm off by a smidgen. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, good. That's a good. Let's see. Who the hell's we got on deck, Jay? I don't think you.
Sioni doors. I don't know.
I think he pronounces it Shoni doors.
Shoni doors. Let's
Yes.
take a listen and hit that like button, guys. Crap is holding
Close.
this ransom for
Yes, you guys, come on, do it.
250. There's 320 in the room right now. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Let's play Shioni doors.
Morning, Mooch, Crap and Jay. Shirley Doors calling once again. My question this week is, are Microsoft finally taking the gloves off and coming out swinging? There seems to be, at last, some realization that if you sit back and look second best, then that's what people think you are. I've noticed here in the UK that in most stores and catalogues that Sony always comes first in the list. In consoles, in games, you see a big shiny PS4 version, and just behind it you see a little green piece saying Xbox One also. Xbox always seems to be always behind, never looking like they're in first place. If you're a casual gamer and you see Sony, you're drawn there straight away. This will lose them consumers No doubt about it. Microsoft needs to tell everybody what a great family of console they have. The new console, it's all about power, power, power. One last thing. I've been trying to follow the gospel that is Mooch on Twitter for about 3 weeks. So I thought, enough of this. I'll become a Patreon subscriber and I'll buy my way in. Anyway, as always, have a great day.
Make sure you follow that man, Mooch. He's a Patreon supporter.
Actually, let me say, Shoney Doors, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And actually, crap, I don't know if you saw this in the chat, but Biggie, trying to find her, Biggie2316, just became a $55 a month Patreon. Thank you, Biggie. That's fantastic. I can't thank you enough. And let me tell you something just so you know, now for the audience to know and our Patreon members, we had a meeting before the show. Jay's got a lot of new stuff, new toys to help the podcast go very swimmingly. So there's a lot of things coming. We can't thank you guys enough. You'll be seeing a lot of stuff over the next few weeks. We're very excited to show you.
Yeah, it is. It's a super exciting thing. That is correct. He just pledged that, so that is a very damn. I forget even what that tier includes. Like probably a shirt.
It includes a lot, so we're gonna get that man exactly what he deserves. No, absolutely outstanding. We can't thank him and Shoney Doors as well. I mean, I don't know if that's the same gentleman. I don't know what because everyone calls in. They have a different Skype name sometimes from their Twitter name sometimes, and it's the same person. So if it's the same person. Thank you. If not, we also look forward to having Shoney Doors as a Patreon member. Thank you.
Yes,
very much.
absolutely. Thank you very, very much. It's really appreciated, man. The way everybody has come out and supported us, and it helps us get like the prizes and stuff like that for the show. That's pretty damn awesome in my opinion. So we are closing in on that top 10. If you guys want it, you're 9 away.
9 away.
9
folks.
away.
Grab a friend of yours. Tell them to get in here and hit the like button.
Yes, hit that like button. Let's do it. Let's roll another one before we get to that point. Let's go, Jay.
So we've got RTA King Chosen.
Alrighty. All right.
What's up, Mooch and Crap and J Dubs? This RTA King Chosen, man. I was calling in to let you guys know, man, I really appreciate the show. And I want to big ups to J Dubs, man, for doing my custom gamer pick, man. It's amazing. He killed it. And Crap, man, I appreciate you hitting me back on Twitter, man, a few times about certain games. And I hit up Mooch, too, a while back about the 4K LG OLED TVs, man. I ended up buying me a C6. LG right before E3, just so I can watch the whole Xbox conference in 4K, man. And it's amazing, man. And I'm truck driving all the time, man. I really appreciate y'all doing the video, man. But anyway, I want to hear you guys' opinion, man. And I was listening to a video the other day from a YouTuber called Young Yeah, and he was talking about the 10-year agreement deal that Activision has with Bungie, man, about Destiny. And I just kind of felt like every game that Bungie puts out with Destiny is going to be rushed out anyway, because they're saying that the whole series is just behind. That's why every game pretty much going to feel the same. And the whole 10-year agreement was 4 games anyway, with a whole bunch of DLC just packed in. And I felt like they're just going to rip people off, especially they don't do the character progression. I feel like they're just going to shit on every gamer, man. I feel like that ain't, that's real bad. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to play it. But I'm just going to kind of wait on them. I'm not really antsy to get it because the Xbox X coming out and I'm getting it day one. And I'm just happy to, see that Microsoft is going hard in the paint. But anyway, man, appreciate everything you guys do again. And I just want to hear you guys' opinion on the whole 10-year agreement, man. But I appreciate everything, man. Peace out.
That was a great call, and that was awesome that Jay is on fire.
Yes, Jay, absolutely.
See, Jay's
on fire.
I don't know how Jay's doing it, but I like it.
How are you doing that, Jay? I would love to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm a man of many talents.
Jesus, that is awesome.
I was getting very upset because nobody was calling in for the pony, but just as I got fired up, Jonathan Hampton Jonathan Hampton called in, and he's won the pony prize.
Nice.
Oh, congrats, Jonathan Hampton. You are the that's what we need. We need a voice thing that goes, "Congratulations, we have a wiener."
I think that's all coming in the next week or so, Crap.
It should be. It should, because that would be freaking amazing.
Well, you know, I do want to answer the callers, the voicemail's question, though, Crap. There was a couple in there. First of all, let me say this. There's been a hot debate the past 2 days on Twitter. Is OLED versus QLED versus no LED? Listen, here's the thing. If it's within your means, okay, you have to state that first. If it's within your means, go buy an OLED. Go buy that OLED. I cannot stress enough. I'm going to put it this way, and I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I cannot stress enough how amazing gaming has gotten in the past 2 weeks. I'm playing BioShock Infinite on the remaster, okay, the collection. I've played BioShock Infinite on the 360. I beat it 2 or 3 times through. On the hardest settings, did it with, I believe they call it 1999 mode, where you don't use, it's the hardest level, and you don't use any of the vending machines. You have to beat it through with just things you collect. Love the game so much I've done it that way. This game is like the first time I'm ever playing it. And there's no HDR. There's no HDR in this game, okay? So you can't be like, well, it's the HDR. No, it's not. It's the OLED. It's just amazing, guys. It's an absolutely amazing experience. If it's within your means, do that. The caller just said himself, he bought a C6. Buy the C6, buy the C7. I bought the E7. I needed it for the room. I wanted the Dolby Atmos that comes in the sound system. I wanted that. But if that's not your thing, you already have a sound system, you can get the C7. Listen, if it's within your means, please do that. As far as his other part of his question was Destiny, I mean, there's a bit of me, even though I'm hyped up for Destiny 2, I'm also aware of what I'm buying, okay? I'm not, like, it's over anticipating something that I think is not going to be there. It's going to be Destiny with more DLC. They've tweaked a few things here and there, but it's just Destiny again, folks, okay? And do I agree with them? Yeah, I mean, they had a 10-year plan. I don't know what that 10-year plan originally was. They wrote it down on a napkin, right, and passed it around.
They didn't even know what the darkness was.
Right.
They admitted, they're like, we had no idea. Hey, what should be the main enemy? Let's see what sounds cool. The darkness? Sure, let's go with it. What's it mean? We don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, we don't know.
No, Crap, you're right. And I mean, listen, that part, that all holds water. The part that worries me the most about Destiny 2, and Crap, you know a little bit more about this because you read about this and did a video on it, was that I feel like Bungie felt a little rushed in getting it out this year because they had to with that contract they have with Activision, right? Crap, didn't they have to get it out this year, or they lose?
Yeah, or they lose a bunch of shares and shit.
A bunch of shares and percentages. Which means that they may have pulled the plug on something they were going to do to just hurry up and get this done. So that concerns me. But I did notice that Bungie went out and hired a shit ton, as well as Activision backing them up. They hired a lot of smaller companies like Vicarious Visions, etc.
Look at how many likes we have.
250 on the
Woo!
nose. Woo!
Yeah, we've got a...
Thanks to the caller for that. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
that was
thank Flaming J for that.
Flaming J. Yes, he's got his avatar is huge.
It is.
It is. That's absolutely insane.
We need to work on something for us with that crap.
Yeah, how the hell?
Maybe not the flame, but maybe you can have a bunch of Xbox Halos around your head.
Guys, I've got some big plans. Believe me, it's all a matter of moving to a different platform, and that's coming in the near future.
Well,
Gotcha.
there you go, folks.
That is pretty kick ass. Let's get him in presentation mode and let's do that top 10.
Yes. So excited
because
about Jay
it
and
is.
Flaming.
Let's see if they can hear how tired we were when we were recording it.
Oh yes, this was a late one, folks. Enjoy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the M&C Mornings Top 10 Countdown. Today we're counting down the top 10 biggest disappointing games this generation. I'm going to kick it off. Number 10, The Order 1886. More like it's worth $1.86 because this game is absolutely horrible. It's about 4 hours long, and it is absolutely one of the biggest missed opportunities that I've seen in a game this generation. It could have had multiplayer. It could have been their version of Gears of War, but instead, it's their version of Gears of Light. It's terrible, horrendous game. It's awful, awful.
Terrible game.
Yes.
Number 9, Evolve. This game tried to introduce the 4v1 and 5v1 era of multiplayer. But what it really gave us was a game where we had one player playing and 3 standing around waiting for their turn to contribute. It was just something that the masses didn't take to. I thought it was an utter fail.
Yeah, it is a big failure, and that whole genre kind of declined really badly.
It really did.
Number 8, Mighty Number 9. This is really that telltale thing that you shouldn't pay money to kickstart games because you never know what you're going to get back. This was supposed to be a new Mega Man, and then it ended up being Mega Boy, and people aren't happy about it, and this game has completely flopped. People are complaining about it. One of the biggest disappointments of this generation by far.
You know, growing up playing Mega Man, I kind of agree with your crap, because here's the thing. I was really looking forward to that, but when I saw the reviews, and even people you talked to on YouTube, they just said it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's not.
This one's going to offend some people, but number 7, Recore. You know, a game that has the talent behind it and the award-winning developers. To put out a game that felt empty and just like lacking in areas was a huge disappointment. This was a game that I really looked forward to. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't wait to play Recore. I just saw the presence of the developers that were supposed to be, and I said Microsoft's money involved. It's a new IP. But what it ended up being really was just an empty vast of not much. And the caves and the puzzles were just not enough to keep me enthralled. So Recore, number 7, utter disappointment for me.
I don't think many will argue with you. That game could have been better. Hopefully if they make a sequel, they fix some of the issues.
Agreed.
Number 6, Watch Dogs. Yes, this game looked amazing at that E3 before we even had an Xbox One or PS4 announced. And everybody's like, man, I can't wait to play these games. And then what happened? It looked like utter crap. It didn't look like what we were shown off at E3, and the game was boring. The character was boring. The story was boring. The game in general was just a complete letdown, and this was a game that was supposed to sell us on this generation of consoles, and it failed to do that.
So true. So true. Number 5, No Man's Sky. This game was supposed to be the game that put PS4 on the map this generation. Instead, it was another empty, no objective, broken game that made promises to millions of gamers, all to find out it was a huge lie. And what I mean by that was Sean Murray had done many, many interviews. We've seen them. He's recorded as saying it. And at the end of the day, the multiplayer thing was never really what it was supposed to be. And the quadrillion, billion, gazillion planets, if anything, it worked out to be to their demise. So, like myself personally, No Man's Sky, one of the biggest disappointments of this generation.
Yeah, I think everybody would agree with that. That game probably shouldn't even have been out even yet. Even with the new update that it's about to get, like that still doesn't seem like enough to me to warrant a $60 price tag on that game. So.
30 at best.
Yes. Number 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I know, but this game is a complete letdown when you compare it to Black Ops 2 and the original Black Ops. Complete nonsensical campaign story. The multiplayer is just horrible. The controls are horrible. Even the zombies were really lame in this game. I just really think that Call of Duty took a step back with this. I didn't enjoy it. There's nothing more you can really say about it. They hooked me with the Rolling Stones Painted Black song, like so many other games beforehand. But really, this was the stinker of all stinkers, and we've gotten some really bad Call of Duty games lately. This one, in my opinion, one of the worst.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Friday the 13th. Even though many will say it's fun, what it actually was a broken game that still isn't fixed, as well as a game that needed the single-player game to release at launch. No one knows when or if they'll ever get to that single-player game at this point. This game rode the name and the franchise right into the money grab pit. Sorry to say, folks, it had its time in the sun, but that game is completely ridden off into the sunset. It's over.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody would agree, too. Number 2, save your tomatoes, folks. Destiny. Yeah, that's right, Destiny. What a complete joke of a game. You play this thing in beta form, and then you play the exact same thing when the game comes out. There's no story. It's just really, really poor gameplay. Get Grimoire cards, pay for on-disc DLC, pay for this, pay for that, pay $300 to get a half-ass experience. Terrible game, mediocre at best, awful disappointment.
I can't say I agree with you, crap, but I definitely can see where you made a case. And number 1, The Division. This game was supposed to be the Destiny killer. Instead, it was so repetitive and dull, it helped propel Destiny to the rank of the best MMO-style game on console. The Division made promises it couldn't keep, and it made the game impossible to enjoy between bullet sponge enemies and a multiplayer dark zone that sparked almost no interest. The Division is the biggest letdown, period, of this generation. Sorry to say, everybody, but even the basement couldn't pull the Division out of the basement. This game was awful.
Yeah, that's cold-blooded, man.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. And there you have it. Our top 10 most disappointing games this generation. If you guys have an idea to do a top 10, send them along to J-Dubs, and we'll be happy to possibly do it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Megaton!
And he got the megaton in there, too.
Yeah, he did, which is great.
Actually, it turned out pretty good.
That was a great top 10.
It was. People are like, No Man's Sky #5. What's going on with that?
Yeah. Listen, if you know Mooch and Crap, you know the Division had to get up there in awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very high on the awful list.
It's funny though. Yeah, that was a good list, man. We appreciate you guys going ahead and giving us the likes to do that. Hey, you were right, Mooch. We got the 250, man. I was surprised.
Well, you know what's funny? I mean, you did it on Xbox Nation one time, and we were talking about something, and then Dealer did it one time, and you guys always go low on the likes. It's like, we're at 170. You're like, I want to see 183, or it's nothing for you. And I'm like, what?
183.
I'm like, come on. Let's get a number that means something, folks. You know what I mean? It's like I always say. It's the same thing with the Xbox One X, right, with the trade-in. You are going to get a $500 console. Give me something with some meaning. The meaning is you're going to get trade-in value for that S. Come on. It's 45 cents a day, folks, for 4 years of entertainment.
People are like, where's Street Fighter 5? Where's this? Where's Drive Club?
Oh, there's so many, guys.
We
It's
could have done
10.
50. Yeah, it's a top 10 list, guys. So there was only so many we could pick.
Street
And
Fighter
the
5 's
funny
a good
thing was, true story, because I do 5 and then Mooch does 5, and then we go, okay, let's go ahead and share them so we don't have doubles. We did have doubles.
We had doubles.
Like I had picked a couple of the same that he had.
Evolve and No Man's Sky as well.
Yeah, so it was going to be interesting. So yeah, hey Def Jam, the Division, man. Sorry.
Def Jam, Bam.
That was a hell of a week though, Bam. That week that it came out, hell of a week, I gotta say. Good times. J-Dubs, who do we got on deck?
Yeah, we got another caller.
Yeah, so we've got Mr. Zombie Killer.
Nice.
Okay.
I just want to let people know about the special effects that are happening on my avatar. Well, the only reason that they're seeing them is because they are in the beta ring.
Oh,
that was a Nukem style joke.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Zombie Killer, paging Mr. Zombie Killer.
Zombie Killer.
Hello, Mooch and Crab. It's Mr. Zombie Killer. I'm hoping your Sunday morning is pretty good today. And I wanted to say that I've been happy this week because that Xbox is making a marketing deal with Taco Bell now and working there. It's pretty awesome. And hopefully great support, and hopefully a lot of people win it. Hopefully I might win it, but I'm probably going to buy it regardless. And another thing is Spotify, the app could become an Xbox hopefully soon, probably by the end of the month. So that'll be an amazing app to get, because considering it's been on PlayStation the entire fucking time. So I'm glad hopefully Spotify comes to Xbox within this month, because that's all I've seen all on the internet is Spotify, Xbox, Spotify on Xbox. Major Dawson using Spotify. I mean, hopefully this comes out pretty soon, because this would be awesome to have. And my question is to you, what app would you like to see come to Xbox, or what feature that's not on there already that would you recommend? I mean, I recommend like a player feature to come back, because I know that was on the 360, where you could say, oh, he was a good player or something like that, just to do a little bit more on your reputation, because all you can do now is just report. And some people just like to spam report because they didn't like you or because you beat them in a game. But then there's some people that, they really do shit to you and you need to report them, or cheat or hack, all that shit. And hopefully we get some better features like that to come back, and we can actually, as a community, we can show the good people that you want to play with, and of course the assholes. So what feature would you like? And those new controllers that they had, the new designs, they're pretty cool. But I still recommend using the Design Labs, because it's more of a U controller. Well, that's something that you made, and it's special. All right. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, Jay.
I want to address his Spotify thing. I think we talked about it on Xbox Nation earlier this week. I'll tell you the truth, crap. I mean, I didn't really give a shit. I just didn't care because
it's a megaton. What are you talking about?
It is a megaton, but I just for some reason I didn't care for it. It wasn't. We already have Groove. I think you have Pandora. There was so many things you could use. It's like so Spotify. I don't know. It didn't make. And who's really listening to music that much behind the scenes? Are you guys really doing that?
Dude, if you're playing a racing game, I get it. Like,
Yeah,
that
but-
makes sense.
I think racing games they're not. That's not even high up on the what people are playing list. You know what I mean? Besides the month or two after a launch of one.
Yeah.
It's just not that big of a deal. Yes, a racing game. I think The Sims. I think Dealer made a good point with Civilization. With not Civilization, but that cities, city skylines. You know, things like that where it's just you're building and you're doing this and that. Or maybe even Halo 2 would probably, or Halo Wars 2 would be good. You know, tower defense games would be pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't know many people. I'm always listening. I'm usually in chat, right? So I'm trying to listen to you. I can't be like, hold on a second. I'm trying to listen to Metallica. Take it easy, crap. You're like, well, what the hell am I doing in this chat anyways if you're just listening to music? So I don't know. For me personally, I'm glad it's there. Options are good, people. Options are good.
Yeah.
But I never understood this call to arms for Spotify. I never really gave a shit.
You know what? I don't know. Like, it's something that I might not use a lot of anyway, but I do have, because I have Groove.
Right.
So that's much more integrated for me anyway. But yeah, like, hey, I'm glad that more options. Like, I'll never complain about options on Xbox.
No, options are great, folks. Just because I don't use them, that doesn't mean it doesn't need to be there. I just personally didn't understand when you have Pandora and you have Groove why that mattered. So, and couldn't you also plug in like your iPod or your phone into Xbox and play
I don't even
it?
know, but there was like a million background apps that you could use on Xbox. So
Yeah. I was I was kind of disappointed that they did offer Spotify because I'm already subscribed to Apple Music because it's a family thing. Like we got 5 people connected.
Bravo, Jay.
Because I've got kids, right?
Yeah.
And it just makes sense. My wife and my kids, they all like to have music all the time. And they want the latest songs. And as for myself, I love having songs when I'm driving back and forth to work because I'm like an hour on the road, right? But the fact that Spotify and Apple Music are basically the same, I can't justify subscribing to 2 different services. That's kind of it made me kind of upset that they went that road, but I understand why they did.
yeah, interesting. Well, who the hell we got on deck?
We've got Collecting Guru.
Okay, Collecting Guru. Let's go.
Hey, Mooch and Crap, this is Matt, aka Collecting Guru, and I just want to thank you again very much for playing my voicemail last time. It made my day, and I just wanted to ask you a quick question. So with Halo 6 coming out with split screen again, do you think they will have split screen and include guests in their multiplayer? I know that guests was a big emphasis back on the 360 where you can have people who are actually, at your home join with you. I'm wondering, do you think that they will bring that back? And, or has Xbox moved away from allowing guests on multiplayer? I know personally myself, I play a lot of couch co-op multiplayer games with friends, and I allow guests on my Xbox, and it's very, sad this generation that Microsoft has, phased those out. I love Microsoft as a whole, and I will always support their company, but I just hope that they end up bringing that back. Anyways, have a great day, and I'm a Mooch and Crap fan and J-Dubs fan for life. Anyways, bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Collecting
Well,
Guru.
they already said they're going to bring back the co-op, the couch co-op stuff. So I would assume that means the guest stuff too. So.
Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, crap, but couch co-op, like now instead of guest, isn't it just like Mooch parentheses 1? Isn't that the same thing? Like, you know what I mean? That's guest.
Yeah, but
isn't
I
it?
don't think they do that on Halo right now.
Oh, he's asking specifically on Halo?
Yeah, like remember they took out the couch co-op stuff.
Yes,
so.
my apologies. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of guest, like couch co-op stuff at home, and I was like, I must have missed the Halo part.
Yeah. So yeah, he's.
Hey, by the way,
specifically
can
talking
I
about Halo.
pat Mooch and Crap on the back here? How about us for listening to every voicemail and taking care of every question, huh? What a turnaround!
Did we
from
listen
four-
to all?
No, I meant we were just listening to everybody. No, we're not like, oh, I didn't hear that,
okay.
Jake. Can you play it back? We've
Oh
worked
yeah,
very
yeah,
hard on
yeah.
that.
We're paying very close attention to this stuff. So let's go ahead and get another one of these
Do another
done.
one. Absolutely.
Sure, we've got Lugo on deck.
Lugo, I must break you. Oh wait, that's something else.
It's your boy Lugo here once again. I want to give a shout out to Mooch and Crap, the dynamic duo of all things Xbox. Love you guys. Let's also give a shout out to my boy, my ex-boy, down here in my part of the universe, Wasted Rage.
Nice.
Thinking of you and hope you're doing well. Man, I know it's been a few weeks, but I've been on vacation to Mexico and got back and I've been distracted. But I felt like I needed to jump in this week because I love some of the stuff happening. I do apologize. I'm going to talk a little slower because I've been doing my DJ thing all night. And let's just say I'm comfortable. There may have been some Jaeger involved. It happens. So I'm going to try to talk to where I don't slur too much for you guys. And hope you
Jaeger.
can understand what I'm bringing up today. My main point that I love this week that you guys brought up, I know Crap did for sure, and I think a few other guys, is that Assassin's Creed on the Xbox One X is maxing out the resolution, even with dynamic checkerboarding. The thing I think is amazing about that is anyone who knows anything about development cycles knows that stuff like resolution and frame rates really don't get ironed out till the last few sprints in the development cycle. And I think we're starting to see that there. So at this point, we get to say that it's awesome that the dynamic checkerboard resolution isn't there for the Xbox One X. It's there for the other platforms, the PS4 Pro, PlayStation Regular, and of course the Xbox One Regular. And there's nothing wrong with that on the lower platforms, but the fact that the Xbox One X is beasting through that and getting that top resolution, even with the dynamic, says a lot about the power and what we're going to get come November. And also shows it's not a fluke now, because Titanfall 2 was also doing the same thing about hitting its max possible resolution. Now, there's nothing wrong with a PlayStation or a PlayStation Pro. They're great platforms and they've got great games. But I know me being an Xbox gamer, and I have been for a long time as my primary system, I'm happy to know that come November, I really am going to get the best version available of some of these games out there. I guess discuss and talk among yourself. I'm glad I kind of kept the question to one part because it makes it easier for you guys. Until next time, Mooch, Crap, you're the best. Keep killing it as only you can. Peace.
Crap, wait for that was the Mooch, Crap, and Lugo portion of the show.
I'm like, okay, well, welcome to the MNC and L show. Yeah, great.
I think it was
great
the
stuff.
LMC show.
Yeah,
Oh.
damn.
No, listen, I appreciate the call. That was great. A lot of positivity there. Listen, what he's saying is kind of true, right? When the developers are coming out for Assassin's Creed and they're saying dynamic, resolution was used here, that's built in for the Xbox One S, the Pro, the vanilla PS4, right? But they're saying the X has been able to handle the 4K with no issue. So I'm wondering, does that mean the only thing I'm looking for from them to say is, can you finally please come out and say 4K native on the Xbox One X? I just want to see them say that. Until then, like you said one time in a podcast, Crap, there could be parts of the X that still see a bit of dynamic. But I'm hoping it's all 4K, and I hope they come out and say that and put it on the box.
Yeah, I hope so too. But I think that what Microsoft is going for is if they can do a 4K frame buffer, that's true 4K to them, and you 4K frame buffer even with like the dynamic or the checkerboarding.
Right.
So I think that's kind of trickery in my opinion. But hey, Sony's doing that shit too. So like you can't really just call out one and not the other.
Right.
You know, just my opinion anyway. So we got a few more of these voicemails. Let's get another one in.
Let's get a few more in because it's before 1 still.
Yeah.
Sure. We've got Gold Lion X23.
All right.
Como esta, bitches? What's up, Mooch? Crap, J-Dub. Gold Line here. Quick question. What PS4 third-party exclusive would you love to see come to the Xbox One X in 4K, HDR, checkerboard, or whatever? Good show, guys. Keep up the good work.
He say first party or third party exclusive?
I didn't catch that. Did you, Jay?
Was it first party he meant?
I think it's first party.
Yeah, because third party. I mean, there are some third party exclusives, but I think first party would be a more interesting answer. Man, I mean, here sound like a broken record. I'd like to see something like The Last of Us come over. That would be great to have on Xbox.
I don't want that shit on Xbox.
What do you want, crap? What is it you would like from Sony?
I would say, damn, Until Dawn. Sure.
Wow.
I would love that. Yeah.
Guys, in case you're ever wanting anybody from Microsoft, from the podcasting world to work there, you're going to want to hire me, apparently, because Crap's going to give you a walking simulator.
Hey, that's not a walking simulator. That's a great game. Last of Us is a walking simulator.
With a bar of soap, then there's a bad guy.
There's a zombie outbreak. I'm an asshole because my daughter died. I'm distant. But this girl, she's the cure for this whole thing, so I'm going to escort her safely. But hold on, there's these zombies, and I'm going to have to crouch behind here. Give me 4 bullets to take out 20 of them, but I can do it. Let me crouch. Throw a bottle. Throw a rock. Throw a bottle. Throw a rock. Hey, this girl can't fucking swim, so let's put her on this plank and help her across this thing, and let's do that 4 more times in the game because that makes sense. Like, that game is a fucking clusterfuck of games. Like, the aiming is like you're fucking Michael J. Fox holding a gun. You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, except for the crouching and the throwing of a beer bottle, sounds like a hell of a game.
No, horrible. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
People are saying he said third party game. So
third part. Well, I'm right then. Third party game. There you go.
Well, what was your answer though?
Until Dawn. That's a third party
game. Oh, you did stick with third party. That's right. Yeah. I would say probably if I had to pick third party, I would say Bloodborne.
Jesus God!
Well, come on!
You go from bad to worse.
Well, think about it though, Crap. You don't like the Souls series, but the Souls group is massive. He said if you worked for Xbox, that's what you would want. I mean, I think that's what I would want to bring over. I think that's a huge moneymaker. That was a huge deal for them to be able to grab a portion of the Souls series only on PS4. That's ridiculous that Microsoft can't lock that down with somebody else. Like, where's Left 4 Dead 3?
Dude, they look, Valve, they got everybody by the balls. They don't care. People kiss their ass. They don't need exclusives.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That was great. Let's do another voicemail, Jay. We're getting so close to catching up, and we're 2 weeks behind on certain.
That's right. So we've got Clutchman 01.
Yes,
the Clutchman.
What's up, Mooch and Crap, J-Dubs? This is Clutchman01. Didn't know if y'all came across this article or not, but I mean, a lot of people give Phil Spencer crap about him not doing anything or, taking his time with this generation or not really caring about making moves with the Xbox or not, at least doing things the way that we would want him to. I mean, we're going to get the Xbox One X very soon, and I'm excited about it just as much as y'all are. Well, maybe not as much as you guys are, but I am excited about it. Definitely looking forward to it. But I remember coming across this article about how they came across how they came into the decision to make the Xbox One X, and I think it goes way back to probably maybe 2013 or maybe like a year after, but and it may be even been Mikey Barr or Phil Spencer, one of them. But they approached Satya Nadella, so it had to been sometime around then. But they approached Satya Nadella and they said, "We want to make 2 systems. One, the sort of like the streamlined, which would be the Xbox One S, but then another one." And so it wasn't just a thought on the wind. when they thought about making the Xbox One X to have more power. They already knew that power was the issue way back then. So I don't think they're as clueless as we think that they are. They had to have been working on this for a while, and they wanted to get it right. But that's a lot of time, 2 or 3 years in order for things to pass. But they got to get it right. They had to make sure the One S definitely satisfied those looking for 4K entertainment. But the One X was designed for us, the hardcore gamers, us who knew about this power struggle. But yeah, I didn't know if y'all had known about it. Just want to get y'all's thoughts. The X was a long time in the running, and I knew that they knew what they had to do in order to set this power struggle back in their favor. Want to know your thoughts. All right, thanks. Bye.
Well, I mean, he kind of was just saying, the people gave Phil a lot of crap, and the X was coming, and I mean, listen, here's the thing. The X wasn't just an afterthought. This is something that has been in the works for a long time. I think that this is part of Phil's vision. This is part of this is what he'll start getting graded on starting this November, and we'll see where he goes with it. The one thing Phil's got to do, and he knows this. We got to stop lighting the Kumbaya Unity candle. And we got to go out there. We've got to buy third-party. He's got to buy third-party rights. He's got to buy exclusive time things. Maybe not, own the. I mean, Sony did it with Bloodborne. I know you can make fun of Bloodborne all you want. I did it for a certain period of time until I got into Souls a little bit more. But here's my thing: that's a major title. Like Left 4 Dead 3. There's no reason Left 4 Dead 3 shouldn't be on the Xbox One X platform alone, and and PC. Like I don't understand why that's not there. Phil's got to make more deals. He's got to get out there. I know it's easy to just point the finger at somebody who's in leadership and say you need
more
to do
deals
this.
And more deals.
They need it. They
do. Look, when you have a struggling first party right now, you make up for that with third party deals. You've got to do that. That is something that you have to do. Sitting back and just not having any reason to buy your platform isn't going to help anybody.
Right. I mean, this whole the crap, you said it best. I always give you credit. I like the way you put it. By Phil sitting back and saying, no, we're not going to capture this content. We want everyone to enjoy it. It backfired. It backfired awful the past 2 years because Sony went and bought it.
Like I said, right? Yeah. It's keeping them not doing that is keeping content off Xbox.
Yes.
So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do these last couple.
Beaver.
Yeah, he's a new Patreon supporter.
He's a new Patreon supporter and Canadian.
And I just recently created an avatar for him that he absolutely loved, and
it is a great avatar.
He's a great supporter. So yes, here's a shout out to Brandon, the
beer. Does he say beer or beers? I gotta ask.
Hopefully it's beers. Hopefully
it all depends on what part of Canada you're from, I guess.
What's up, Crap? What's up, Mooch? And what's up, J-Dubs? Hope you guys have had a great week. This is Brandon, the Boldly Beaver, at the Boldly Beaver on Twitter. So I thought I'd just share a bit more on what kind of a gamer I am, since I'm probably going to keep calling in. I like sharing my opinions about Xbox with other people who also actually like Xbox. So I'm probably just going to go with this until you guys get sick of me. So anyway, I got into games back when I was 8, watching my dad play Wolfenstein on the PC. I do remember seeing him play Mario on the NES when I was 5, but it was Wolfenstein that actually opened the door for me. But then when I was 10, I got the Sega Genesis, which got me hooked, because back then it was like I was playing movies instead of just watching them. So then next came the PlayStation 1 as well as the PlayStation 2 when it launched, and I had them both. But out of nowhere, it felt, the original Xbox was announced, and my dad bought it for me as a Christmas gift, and I just slowly stopped playing my PS2 until when I moved out, I gave it to my little brother. I was confident that Xbox was the only console that I would ever want, and it's been true to this day. Although I do admit it was a close one there in 2013 for a hot second. But yeah, I'm definitely getting a One X day one, hands down. But, I got to be honest here as well. if PlayStation could get like 5 games that I really wanted to play, then I would most likely go out and buy one and suffer the controller among the other things that I really don't like. But the only game that I do want right now is MLB The Show, and I'm not even a sports fan really. I just want a really great baseball game. I don't care for God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us. Spider-Man is, I don't know at this point. Does zombie motorcycle game? Nope. And I have zero damn interest in Horizon. But I will give PlayStation another shot if they could just somehow wow me. So yeah, that's me as a gamer. So moving on to my question for this week, and I'll keep it short. What do you guys think or want the next console generation to be or fulfill? Personally, I just want standard 60 frames per second across all games, and I'll take it at 1080p. That's totally fine with me. So that's it for me this week, fellas. Peace and pleasure. Brandon, the Boldly Beaver, out.
Peace and pleasure.
Peace and pleasure.
Get a new line, Boldy. Come on. But yeah, good stuff. I think next gen should be just 4K 60. Like that should be the thing for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like
well,
the
depending
60...
on how far out you go, crap, you got to be careful with even the 4K. I mean, you're talking about next generation is 3-4 years from now. Are we going to be dabbling with There's 8K TVs showing up.
I don't think we're going to be dabbling with no 8K. Like, to me, that stuff is like professional shit.
Right.
That's not really, like, honestly, like, have you watched some movies or shows at 4K?
Yes.
And you, like, see people's, like, sweat and their
You know-
hairs
you know,
and stuff?
funny,
It's
let
kind of
me-
gross.
Interesting subject to bring up, crap. There was a lot of people that are on local TV and in the movies that came out. And this was an article I read, and I saw it on, like, an Entertainment Tonight, too. They're not pissed because it's just the way technology is, but they're like, makeup can't even hide our blemishes anymore because you can see everything on screen. So, outstanding point. The one thing I don't agree with Brandon on is, like, he's like, I'm okay with 1080p 60. No, Brandon. There's no way 3 or 4 years from now I want to be at 1080p 60. It's 4K 60. That's got to be like, that's the standard. That's the new standard, at the least. And I would expect we're going to see things like VRR, which is that FreeSync stuff crap.
Yeah.
Which will be out there in the wild by then. It'll be cheaper in the TVs because I don't think it's coming out to TV sets for another year or two. And even then it'll be uber expensive. So 2020, 2021, when the new consoles come out, the TVs will be ready for a new iteration. Same thing, 4K, but you'll get a couple more perks in the TVs and the consoles will be throwing it at you. But I do think that's what I wish for, is 4K 60 as well.
Yeah, like that would be mine. So that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, now we've got one more. Let's go. Let's do it.
Do it. Let's do this.
We've got Tony.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, long-time listener here, and I just have a controversial question / statement that I want to share with the community here. And I'm going to take the fall for this one. This is not Mooch and Crap certified. This in no way represents Mooch and Crap, but I got to say it. Phil Spencer is shit. He's shit, ladies and gentlemen. He knows nothing about what Xbox fans want. He has no conception of the Xbox customer. His taste in games is beyond shit. He likes these weirdo shit games that Xbox fans we don't care for. All right, we don't care about Voodoo Vince. We don't care about Recore, little girly fucking weird games that he fucking goes after. All right, enough is enough here. We want our AAA big heavy hitters back. We need our new Mass Effect. We need our new BioShock. This is Xbox, all right? You want to laugh, you say it sounds dumb, but we like manly fucking games. We play these testosterone-fueled fucking games. Fucking Halo, Gears of War. Man, this is the shit that Xbox was built on. It's not built on little weirdo fucking shit, alright? You can't play that PlayStation fucking Nintendo shit on us. We don't buy it. We don't like it, alright? Fucking 30 years old. Do you think I'm going to play fucking Mario or fucking Crash Bandicoot? You're kidding yourself. I don't want to play shit like that. I want to play fucking the new Halo, the new Gears. But Phil, his taste in games is shit. It's shit, guys. He knows nothing about games. Like, he loses content on all the games that we care about. We're Bungie fans. We're Call of Duty fans. Get our map packs back. Get us some Destiny raids. Get us something, dude. He does fucking nothing, but then he goes after these shit games like Voodoo Vince, and, like, you waste money on crap like that. It's like, if I order a pizza, here's a moochism for you. I'm at a party with my friends and I order a pizza. I'm the only guy who likes pineapple and anchovies on a pizza.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm tasked with ordering 5 pizzas. And I order all 5 with anchovies and pineapple, but nobody else in the fucking room likes that pizza. Guess what? I'm going to get my ass kicked, all right? I don't represent the whole group. I don't represent the party. And Phil Spencer, he does not represent the Xbox community. He has no conception of what Xbox fans want. All right? And I've had it up to my fucking, I've had enough of this shit. It's like every time he loses all the fucking games he wants. Why wasn't Titanfall 2 an exclusive? Why don't you do exclusives? And fuck Windows 10 and fuck PC. I don't want any of our shit on PC. I mean, it's like he does these fucking bizarre backwards moves, and it's fucking infuriating, man, because he's shit. And everybody gives him the benefit of the doubt because, oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, he saved Xbox. I don't care if he saved. What did he save? I liked Xbox better before. I liked Xbox when it had exclusives and it had fucking exclusive content. I'm sorry, man. But it's true. And, that's on me. That's not Mooch and Crap talking, so don't give them shit. And, I know some of you guys know Phil Spencer. This might get back to him. I don't care. You know what? Do your fucking job, man. You're supposed to get exclusives. Like, it's really that simple. I know it's fucking, it sounds brutal. I may come off as crude, but, dude, the dude sucks as a fucking leader of Xbox. He's not cut out for the job. We need somebody new. I think we need Mooch. Anyways.
Jesus Christ.
Later, guys.
We'd fucking just be having Destiny all the goddamn time. Let's not do that.
You'd have all the raids, though. No,
Yeah,
go
hey,
ahead.
look, he's entitled to his opinion. I disagree with the majority of what he says because if Phil Spencer doesn't come in and do what he did, there's no Xbox to be saved at this point, right? Like they were tanking fast.
Right.
So he did come around and do some respectability things. You can definitely, the way I look at it is, I don't mind Xbox Play Anywhere, but you should at least consider doing like Halo and Gears. Keep those exclusive to your box because those are what I consider console sellers, and you know what I mean. And the stigma that they don't have anything specifically as console sellers kind of still haunts them. So I do get on that point. But Phil, if he really was just super selfish, like wouldn't we have seen a new Voodoo Vince and a new Phantom Dust? Instead, we just got some remasters that really didn't cost any money. I think that he has a good history of gaming under his belt, so that's important. He actually plays games. He had something like 1,000 hours in Destiny.
Yeah.
He's got
games.
bosses too. Yeah. So I mean, look,
well, that's it. I was just gonna say we don't know how much of this is from above his power and how much of this is literally just coming from the stroke of his pen. And what he says is, we don't know that level of seniority over there. But the one thing about it that I want to say though is, I mean, I think you're going to see Phil make a change. Everything that you do, okay, Crap, you made a good sports reference weeks ago. It's the same thing today, okay? When you're the head coach of a football team and you come in, you've got to give that coach 3 good years to get his draft out there, right? The people, the players he's selected to get out there, his infrastructure, new coaches. Okay, there's a whole new scheme that comes in. Phil did that 3 years ago, okay? He came in 14 as president of Xbox. So you got to give him those 3 years. This is the year where his execution comes into play. Now, I think you're going to see that when he came in, he was trying to do the whole, like, let's get along. He was doing the whole, let's do the kumbaya thing. That thing is now backfired because he sees that every time he, in the past 2 years, backed off of exclusive deals, Sony took it away from him. And like Crap said a few minutes ago, it kept it off the Xbox. So I think some of the things that the caller's a little bit frustrated with, I think you're going to start to see a little bit of a turnaround coming 18.
You
Phil
have
is
to
going to do that.
And here's the thing: if you talk to Southbound, and he's like, he goes. Phil admits that he's learning on the job and changes his mind about things.
Right.
If they don't work out, again, when you don't have a strong first-party lineup, this first part of the year should have been all about these games that came out. Should have been partnered with Microsoft to give them exclusive content or something along those lines. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. Like they had they had the Titanfall deal. They get these deals like Shadow of War, but what are they getting out of these deals, right? Like, I mean, aside from the fact that they're getting Xbox One X 4K updates and you don't hear shit from Activision, like if you're a gamer and you're like, okay, how come Destiny 2 hasn't confirmed update on the Xbox One X? How come Call of Duty World War II hasn't confirmed an update on Xbox One X? And you look and you go, well, those two have marketing deals with Sony, and you don't think there's something shady about that shit?
Right.
Then you need to wake up. Right? You need to wake the hell up because there's some shady shit going on. I'm convinced that those games are going to have updates, but why can't they say they're going to have updates? Because look, Battlefront 2, that's a deal with Sony, but still they're allowed to have they're allowed to have say that it's going to be enhanced on the Xbox One X. So I don't get why they can't do that with that. That's like some shady shit right there. So
It is. You know, but I will say this much: all eyes are on Phil and his staff about PUBG.
Yeah,
I really think that this is a tell-all. Okay, they already have a deal in place, whether it be timed right now or not. They have a deal in place with that developer and that team to bring PUBG to the Xbox One console exclusively currently. What if they don't lock that down? This is a proven game for a game that is still going to be in what is it? Game development. That is a proven victory, a proven winner, something that the masses already love. This is a very low risk bet for Microsoft to grab. The same way Minecraft. Okay, I'm not putting the two together, but they're similar in certain respects in certain categories. This is a low risk. You remember when Microsoft remember when Phil announced we bought Minecraft and Mojang? I always say that wrong. Mojang. When they bought Mojang for over $2 billion, they're like, what a stupid move. They made it back in like 8 months. Listen, my whole thing is this. This is another situation. This isn't going to come close to billions. This is millions. It's not that big of a deal for them. They need to lock it down. So myself personally, I'm keeping full attention on Phil and company to see if they lock this down and say, okay, we're making a different approach moving into 2018. And I think they are. With the Taco Bell deal, there's someone that just told me in Mexico they're seeing Dorito bags with Xbox One incentives on them. They're making a change here, folks.
I heard some kind of Mountain Dew thing too, which is interesting because I remember when the 360 launched. I remember one of the commercials that still rings in my head was like he won with Mountain Dew, and he's like, "I won an Xbox 360. It's the greatest day of my life." You need to see shit like that, and it looks like they're going all in with the marketing. It looks like they're going
back to their old ways, and that's got to really concern Sony because Sony's been like, "Hey, listen, we're just going to keep doing what they were doing. They're not doing it, and it's working for us." Now Microsoft is going to have the most powerful console. They're going to have games coming out in the next year, right? Starting this fall straight through next year. And then what's going to happen if they start attacking on the third-party front and the commercials? It really could concern Sony somewhat.
Yep, I agree 100%. And
not even a rundown, but Jay's like, we are way over.
Just trying to get your attention. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We don't want to. We're running kind of late, so I just wanted to.
Jesus, we are running late. Let's spin that.
Crap. We started about 5 minutes late, and we did lose folks for about 10 minutes with that confusion. I'm glad we could run a little extra just to give them the content.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put Jay in presentation mode, and then we can run the wheel of wonder.
What's the prize, crap?
You know what? I got a Gears of War Ultimate digital code that I'm going to give away.
Very nice.
Yeah, so if that's not, hopefully that's cool.
I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything,
I'll be
play
honest
the
with you,
campaign.
I think I want to go back and play a little bit of that multiplayer. I was doing more Halo back when that world was in existence. I wouldn't mind going back and playing some of that crap.
Yeah, like that. It's it's a fun game. So, and anyways, it's got a good campaign too, and it's got an extended campaign from what we're used to. So yeah,
That's
definitely
right.
some cool stuff. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel,
And
J-Dub.
we actually played every voicemail, so everyone's on the wheel today too.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Here we go.
I like that funky porn music in the back.
That's 70s game show music. Super G.
Super
right?
G.
Super G. Nice. Congratulations, Super G.
Congratulations, Super G. Yeah, he's a great guy. I actually did an avatar for him as well. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's going to be an interesting show next week. We'll probably give you more info on that as we actually get closer to it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely, there's something interesting cooking up for next week.
Absolutely.
Jay, maybe we can end it with an all-time classic, the Cheers theme song.
Cheers theme song into the outro.
Into the outro. And I just
Sounds
want to say,
great.
if you guys want to support us on the Patreon stuff or donate something for us to give away, all that stuff is welcome. We really appreciate everything you guys do. You guys rock.
Thank
That's
you very
right.
much.
And don't forget, if you guys want custom avatars and gamer picks for your social media and for your gaming, come visit xboxgamerpicks.com and I'll hook you up.
Hey now.
Hey, he's plugging xboxgamerpicks.com.
Damn right.
All right. Well, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Outstanding show. Thanks to all our callers, our Patreon members. Can't thank you enough. And everybody in the chat that retweeted and stick with us. We're almost at 300 likes. Hit that
damn
button.
like
Don't
button.
be
Let's
afraid.
go.
And subscribe to the Mooch, for crying out loud. We got a lot of reviews coming out this week and the next, Hellblade being one of them within the next 6-7 days. We'll catch you guys next Sunday on Crap's channel. Enjoy your Sunday.
Yes.
Making your way on the interweb today takes everything you got. Taking your head and all your worries about Microsoft's Xbox. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you gotta go where everybody hates the same. And they're always mad at change. You wanna be where you can see the ponies are all the same. You wanna be where everybody hates Bill Gates. You wanna be where ponies know the media is all the same. You wanna go where everyone loves Sony.
Thank you.